Are you trying to breathe that coffee in there, buddy?
What? I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
Java. Smells so good.
It was like that. It was like that baby cow that just like loves his milk and he's literally just like breathing.
Did you accidentally get your nose in it?
No, not this time.
Not this time. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to episode 56. This is a very big one tonight. For all you folks who are here, stick around for the whole thing because it's going to be very special. There's a lot going on, a lot of stuff going on. We'll say more about that in a second.
And for those of you that are new to the stream tonight, spoiler warning. There's going to be lots of spoilers.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Check out the YouTube channel to catch up on all of our previous episodes.
And if you're here from YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, that's right.
Druid
Thank you.
from the past.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, click that bell notification, and comment down below what you think is going on.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
What is going on? I don't know. So we're gonna find out together.
Man, it's an awesome night, and I appreciate you all being here. Let's do the intro real quick for all the YouTube folks. Hi, all you wonderful YouTube folks. Welcome to Storm Saga Games. I'm StormyD, and this is our 56th episode of Dungeons and Dragons. If you happen to be catching this particular video as your first video, I am the Dungeon Master here. I play the NPCs and the monsters and generally try and help my players have a good time. And right over next to me is my incredible significant other.
Hi everybody, I am itsStarkitty. I play Miss Emillynn Ray. She's the bard. She's College of the Battle Singer bard and party leader. And this is Philip. Philip says hello.
We love Philip.
We love Philip, even though no one can see him and hear him except for her. Okay.
But Philip does love Lorkris.
Speaking of, over there on that side, with that wonderful, amazing beard and super dreads.
Hi.
I mean, they both have super dreads, but I'm not seeing a beard on the little green-haired one.
Well, I was about to say, it was like you were describing both of them because one has a beard and the other has super dreads. So.
He has super dreads too. They both got super dreads.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I am extirpatefate. You can call me Fate for short. I am playing Lorkris, the Goliath, who is a Oathbreaker Paladin of Melora and a Cleric of Weejas. And slowly but surely, Lorkris knows that Philip has to be real because he feels his love all the time.
Blip shares his love with you the most.
I know, and I feel so special. The stony, like, bland exterior of his face does not project it, but in the heart of hearts, he knows.
Which is why in yesterday's Bandwidth and Banter, I commented, it's like, the lie Emillynn tells herself is, Philip loves her more than Lorkris. But apparently that's not right.
Inhaler of coffee. Damn it.
And right next to that wonderful person is another wonderful person. Say hello.
I'm hydrating with water.
Coffee.
I am Druid IRL, and I play Fern, who is a wood elf, Circle of Spores Druid, and this is Stronkopod, formerly known as Chonkopillar. All hail Stronkopod.
Sure.
Hail to thee, Stronkopod.
Stronkopod is MVP of this stream.
We love him. This is a cocoon, for those of you who do not know. He is currently cocooned, but he is so
tissue.
He is mummified? No,
What?
no. You know what that is? That is 100% It's 100% what it looks like when a fungus grows over a turd.
Oh.
But he's not a turd, though.
I know, but it's roughly the same shape.
No.
Yes.
Welcome back, Rovendeer, Lucy, Brett, Dagoth, Banana Tom, Aries, and all of the other wonderful folks in chat. T-Cat, thank you for joining us. You're wonderful. We appreciate all of you. So, recap last week.
Hey, DM Wagon.
DM
welcome
Wagon's
in.
here too. Welcome, sir.
Aries, I do have to let you know, I love your sound
Record.
alert. I will send you to Ouijas. Every time I hear it, I think about Lorkris.
He beat us to it. He stole it from us, the idea from us, and beat us to it. He recorded it himself.
Oh, he said he made dedicated sound alerts for everyone. So I feel like that was probably dedicated sound
Oh
alert.
no, I 100% am honored that he would think of us in such a way that he
Yes.
would create
I would.
but I liked it. I wanted to tease him that, that
Oh,
he
100%.
stole it and beat us to it. But
Look, my ideas, man.
the fact that our fellow streamer of Stormkeep, D-Gamer Aries, honored us with a sound alert dedicated to our D&D campaign says volumes about
Oh, yeah.
how dedicated he is to us, and we love him so.
Hey, we love him.
Mm-hmm.
Aries, if you want my trolls in the chat sound alert, I'll send that to you too.
So now every campaign going forward, if I have a character that follows Ouijas, they're going to say, I will send you to Ouijas.
Yes.
Yes.
They see her rolling.
They see her rolling.
Rovindy, you're so much.
Rovendeer, you're amazing.
That was Druid yesterday, Rovendeer.
Yeah, no kidding, it
And
was.
more so last Friday.
Oh,
Yeah.
last Friday was ridiculous. This Friday was a lot more chill, which I just did so bad.
That was super fun.
My favorite emo.
Naboo for the win.
Naboo-boo! I'm so happy.
Do you want that? I'll send you that sound alert if you want it, Aries. Just let me know.
Cool.
Um.
All right.
Okay.
So, okay. Recap. Wow.
Yeah.
Last week was a big week for our big episode, big encounter for the party members. They made it to the outer temple, basically the 10th floor of the massive ziggurat, and well, I guess, excuse me, the 11th floor of the massive ziggurat. And before they had a chance to check out the tree and the murals, lining the walls, they were immediately assailed by dark, shadowy, spectral elves. And these guys were no joke. They literally gave them more of a challenge than Steel Dawn did, and dropped two of the party members and had them on the retreat. It could have been a lot worse. Luckily, there was some sort of strange mystical effect or curse upon these shadow guardians that kept them from leaving this temple and pursuing the party members down the stairs. And the party members were, our heroes were able to take advantage of that to eventually finish them off. But wow, they basically had these mage-wielding spearmen, these ninja shadow elf things with chains on their hands, and the high priestess was some sort of dark mage. So it was something else, and it was wonderful the way they adapted, came together, and protected each other, and eventually defeated. We went a little long too. We ended up having to go an hour long that night, but we completed it. So if you guys missed the last hour, go check it out. But now, where we are at is the party members are in this quiet, tomb-like temple space. So they're gonna use this time to rest here and investigate the murals. It's going to take some time, and we'll discuss that here in just a little bit. But that's what happened last week, and this week they believe they're hoping, the players, the characters themselves are hoping that these murals, the history of these ancient Gloam elf people, will be revealed by these murals. Maybe Fern can learn something about her ancestors, if indeed they are her ancestors.
It would be so cool, you know.
You know, man.
Danny dig up Teenage Mutant Ninja Shadow Elves.
I do have to ask, Rovendir, do you actually create minis? Because your comment makes me think that you do.
Yeah, do you have a 3D printer, Rovendir? And that's amazing if you do. If not, if you create the 3D model that can be imported in, we actually have a friend here who does have a 3D printer. So
do
Hello,
we.
Insomnia Knight.
Insomnia Knight, Lord of
Insomnia.
and also Knight of his people, of his amazing crew of D&Ders.
Oh, he is king of the realm for sure.
King of his realm, king of he's an RPG lord. So
Nice.
Your Forge files. Ooh.
oh, okay.
I'm down.
So if
Yes.
we create our characters on the Hero Forge site, send them over to you.
Or if you want to interpret them yourself,
I'm always down for that.
yeah, we're
Down for
open.
that too.
Yep.
Yep. So, having said that, let's move into the characters' perspectives. Find out what stood out most to the characters last week.
T-Cat, I love your emotes. They're so super cute.
They are adorable.
They're super cute.
I don't know why I'm rolling two of them. I need to roll one of them. Let's try this again.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. Fern, you're up first this time.
Okay. I did that for you, you asshole. Trying to sit here and talk about how I talk, you know? Whatever. I need you to get your sassy ass out of here. Why are you still laughing at me? Anyway, so, you know, it was pretty cool that we somehow magically were able to survive. Even though, like, we barely were able to survive and stuff. But we did it because we are so cool. I didn't like them. I kind of felt bad for killing them. Because, you know, what if this place is like, you know, like, they are protecting something that's going to, like, destroy us? Who knows? Did we do the right thing? We don't know. But yeah, so I kind of feel weird. Plus I almost died again, which is, you know, twice now. You can just... I don't know why you have an attitude with me right now. That's it.
Wonderful. Oh wow, that sounds amazing, Rovendir. Oh wow.
Oh.
Well, we if you need, hit us up on Discord. We can talk about it more later if you would like. I would be happy to just reach out in my Discord and we can chat about it some more.
Aww.
Oh wow.
Awesome.
I didn't even know what to say. Thank you, Rovendir. We love you. that's a big
chat.
big comparison there.
Hearts in chat for Rovendir.
Yeah.
Somebody give that man a sub or something.
Okay. Next.
My heart. Ow.
You get?
Feelings.
Lorkris.
I thought I was done with almost dying underground, but I'm not underground. Oh, why are the spooky things always the? I mean, I guess it's a good thing that the spirits I talked to at the Grove didn't want to be guardians, because here we come along and absolutely just. This hurts my brain. Fern, are you okay with this? Okay, yeah. Emillynn, what is this place? Please? I hurt. Rylar, you good? You good? Rylar's good, okay. Fern wasn't good. Oh boy. We're far from home. It like slowly like just has this existential like, oh no, the panic is set in. We're in the middle of nowhere. And then very much that Dwayne Johnson clip that you see. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
I haven't seen that. I'll have to catch that.
Oh yeah.
Somebody find it and send it to Stormy, please.
Yeah, in my Discord.
Rovendir, we're level 14.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah, and then he's just like, I don't have any holes. Okay.
You don't have any
And
holes?
he's just like, yeah, he's like checking himself. Like he didn't get like perforated by them spears. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Just had a little mini
Rovendir,
panic
it's
attack.
been what? Basically a year and a half now?
We started March of last year.
March or? No. When we
We-
actually
well, we-
started, it was,
End of January
right.
of last year.
Yeah.
We started streaming March.
Started
of last
streaming in
year.
March.
March,
But yeah,
yeah.
we started the actual campaign.
That's
earlier.
when we because we were up here.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Emillynn Ray, you're next.
Philip, how did we survive that? Those guys were overpowered. I don't know what we would have done if we weren't able to bring back Fern and Rylar. We survived. I don't know. I don't want to know what's going on next. Those guys were scary. But yeah, I know. I want to learn about Fern's people too. I know you love Fern. Yes, I'm very curious too. We'll see if your predictions come true. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Go team.
Okay. All right.
Team.
So, Rylar feels bad that he took a nap during battle again. He can't figure that one out.
Sometimes when your body tells you to sleep, you just have to sleep.
Yeah, and
It's okay.
but he's glad you guys don't seem to be telling him that some big scary eye thing popped out of the air and scared you. You know, even though he went unconscious, he's glad that didn't, you know, since he's still honestly kind of skeptical of that, but he trusts and believes you guys wholeheartedly. So it's not that he's skeptical that it happened. He's just skeptical like he's just skeptical.
Note to team: do not ever discuss I with Rylar.
And now he's also feeling kind of awkward. He doesn't know what to say to Fern because he accidentally let slip what he was thinking during that fight about how he's hoping these aren't her people because they're assholes. Yes, yep.
The eye.
So, that's the recap of what happened last week and what stood out most to the characters. And
We survived. That's the biggest thing that stood out.
yes, thank you for the shout outs. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna jump into things now, but before I do, I just want to tell you guys, stick around tonight towards the end. It's gonna be a special night, I believe. I mean, we're, you know, the group are now in this outer temple that appears to be a mural history of the elven people. So a lot of things will be revealed to the characters and you guys tonight. So I also want to ask you to be understanding. There's going to be a lot of exposition tonight, and a lot of lore dump, basically. So you folks who are super into lore, this is going to be a great episode for you. But
I lore it.
right,
Oh.
that's not all. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when they figure out the murals and when they are able to get past the magically sealed door at the top of the stairs to the final inner temple and see what's there. So we're gonna go chat dark. Thank you guys for coming. We love you so much.
Everybody grab your beverage and your snack and
Yep.
get ready for story time.
Enjoy the show, guys. All right.
All right, I'm ready. Although my coffee's almost gone, but I'm ready.
So,
more than enough.
I wanted to start with this scene, that's on there, but that's okay. With this scene, just so they see the map, to see where it finished last time, right? Because this is the temple. The 8 walls of the temple are covered with these stone murals, and these murals are just like the other architecture you've seen so far, except a little more intricate and detailed at a small level. And what I mean by that is, remember how I described to you guys that the architecture of the ziggurat itself appears to have been molded rather than built, right? Well,
Yes.
the murals on these walls appear to have been reverse etched. What I mean by that is normally when you etch something in stone, you use a chisel to cut out pieces of the stone. You remove stone until you make letters or shapes. In this instance, pictographs, right? Almost like hieroglyphics, but not hieroglyphic language, just hieroglyph, like literally mural pictographs, okay? Instead of stone having been chipped out or removed, it looks like a blank slate of stone was the foundation, like normally would be, but then the stone itself was shaped so that it grew out of it. The picture grew out of it. And it gives it a more kind of almost, in modern terms, almost sort of a digital appearance, right?
Ooh.
As it were. And which is
AI created.
one could argue we all are, but yeah. All right, that's a topic of another time.
We'll discuss that.
Sounds like a bandwidth
Friday,
and
bandwidth
banter
is
episode.
banter.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Write it down, Druid.
Okay.
Oh,
So you guys decide, you know what, you're all banged up. You need a camp. Of course, you check things out, first of all. Make sure there's no other threats. Make sure there's no issues. And you all decide to camp. So if I remember, I think I described that back here is where stairs lead up around the tree upwards to a point, or to a spot where there's a stone door that's almost not a door. It's just like a sealed stone entryway. And you know that it's magically sealed, and you all, decide to camp close to this so that if you have to make an escape of some kind, you can. and you decide. Well, let me ask you. I guess I shouldn't tell you what you decide. You guys, since you're all banged up, do you want to rest and then study the murals later, or do you want to do some heal spells, a short rest, and study the murals now, and then after you study the murals, take a long rest to get those hit die back?
Long rest to heal first, just in case somebody touches a mural and something comes to life.
Well, I will say this, that Rylar and you, casting Detect Magic as a ritual, have confirmed that the murals themselves are not magical.
Okay. Is there anything else in this room generating magic?
Just that sealed door up those stairs by the tree.
I still think.
And then there's that locked door, that magical locked door, right? Or,
Yes. Well, it's an archway, and it's basically like a stone wall. So it's like a door, but there's no handles, there's no seams. It's like, you're not even sure how it's supposed to open.
Well, I do think that we should take a little bit of a rest, maybe, or something. I kind of agree.
Rylar's like, yeah, I'm super tired, and I don't have any more spells.
Long rest it
Even
is.
though we like rested and then came up here and then now we're resting again. It's fine.
Well, remember the short
Right.
rest is just an hour, right? So, and like I think he can only get his, I think warlocks only get their stuff back after one short rest, maybe before another long rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then mages like you guys don't get anything back from a short rest.
Nope.
So,
No,
yeah.
I used quite a few spell slots, so.
I have quite a few left for spell slots.
So it's up to you guys.
I would like to at least have all my spell slots, because I have first and second level spell slots, and 1 6th level spell slot left.
I have I have 3 my first, 3 my second.
You might as well.
Yeah. Take a long rest.
Rylar says, since we're gonna take a long rest, should we at least think about what spells we might want to take that we might need to get through that door?
That's a pretty smart idea.
Really? I said something smart.
Yes, Rylar. It's not the first time. Good
And
job.
it won't be the last time. You are pretty smart.
Thank you for saying so. I know I'm not, but
Are you calling me a liar, Rylar?
Okay, you don't have to be mean with Fern.
I just appreciate you. What did you say?
Now I'm confused.
Good. As long as you know that you are smart and I'm not a liar.
Well, I know you're not a liar.
Anyways, since I won that argument, we should probably talk about the door. Do you think I should do like stone shape or something? Oh, I have that prepared already. I'm so smart. Or I also have transmute rock where I can turn it to sand. If we can't use stone shape. That's something.
Well, my detect magic, Miss Ray, when you use it to detect magic on it, didn't you notice that it was like that kind of magic that's like a glue? What do they call that?
Like a glue?
Yeah. You know, starts with an, was it the S word? It's like one of them creatures that wanders around on the in the cold, in the water.
Figure it out, 20 questions, master. Come on.
Was that Fern?
Describe it again, Rylar.
You know, remember the little creatures that they flop around on the beach, but it's not like a warm beach.
Oh, a
it's like
seal.
a cold beach. Yeah, that's it.
Talking about a seal.
Yeah, that one.
I am deceased.
Over here. Recovering.
Oh.
But anyways, so
You're welcome, folks.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm so hard. I'm crying. Oh, is chat having fun with that?
Oh my goodness. Oh, wait, hang on. This is Stormy and a D&D stream. This stream. Stop crying and laughing. So you can distract her.
Okay. So.
or if it doesn't work, I could just, I have the super cool spell. It's called Investiture of Stone, where I could just walk through the stone and look on the other side. If we can't open it, and I can see if there's like a door or something on the other side.
Will that work?
If push, I don't know.
So.
I've never used it.
Miss Ray, I know you're like better with magic and understanding it and stuff. You and Lorkris were the ones who figured out how to do to get the dragon's necklace off.
Yes, it was a combination of remove curse and dispel magic. Are you saying this door is cursed?
Well, I don't know
magic?
about that, but I was just thinking that maybe it might take something like that again. Like a corbination.
Combination? Yes.
That one. Mm-hmm.
Well, I always have dispel magic prepared for the day.
Well, when Lorkris, when Rylar mentions like the door being cursed,
well, he didn't say that specifically.
No, but he brings up that thought, like about what we did, and it's like the curse, and just like, is this space hollowed? And Lorkris will do divine sense to identify if space is affected by the hollow spell. Just.
So, I'll let you read it to me since you're looking at it, I'm sure. I'm assuming that if you can see if a space is affected by the hollowed spell, that it would also tell you the opposite if it were true, right?
It doesn't, technically. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend dead within 60 feet, not behind cover. If in my mind, I guess it would make sense. I'm like, I can tell if this is affected by the hollow spell, or I can be like, no, that's exact opposite.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm
written.
thinking your character especially, very much especially, because of the nature of your character. You are able, at first you're kind of, you're not sure what you're experiencing when you use this ability, and then you suddenly realize, oh wow, it's not affected by it has not been hollowed, turned into hallowed ground. It's instead been turned into unhallowed ground.
Well, I am not sure about getting beyond the door. Curses are weird. However, I can definitely say this space is not pleasant. You know, in the grove where it feels nice and warm and this is not that.
No, it's
This
all
is the
cold.
opposite.
It's cold in here.
This place is dark.
Is it more like when Grove was like taken over by the hags stuff kind of feeling, or
Would it feel similar, lesser or worse? Because I remember it didn't feel good there.
Yeah, I would say similar, but less. That one was more kind of like a toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
This feels more like despair.
Well, Fern, not entirely. However, similar, this feels more like anguish and despair than this was deliberately done.
that's because there's like ghosts everywhere and they all are scared, so it makes sense. Everything's dead in here, and the super cool tree's dead and turned to stone and stuff. So it makes sense.
I'm gonna have all of you guys roll me your relevant, she can roll nature, you can roll religion, you can roll arcane. Okay, where'd you get nature? Okay.
24
20.
on religion.
Okay. Maybe there's something about this space being such a psychological hindrance to Fern. She's having a hard time processing it all in her head. But you guys, kind of from chatting it out a bit, you kind of come to a hypothesis that like trying to hollow this place until you've seen what's up there and dealt with it, if there is something to deal with, might be a waste. But you do both kind of suspect, your hypothesis is that yes, her idea of using one of her stone spells is a good one after you have first suppressed the seal on the door with the dispel magic or break enchantment or something like that.
Interesting.
So her instincts, Fern's instincts were right when she was discussing that she could, use one of her stone spells on the door. But you all believe that because of the seal that's on there, you're gonna have to kind of suppress that seal, that magical seal first.
I'm gonna need to rest to get my spell slots back for dispel magic then.
Fern is gonna go curl up in a corner
Gotcha.
like a cat, and it's gonna take her forever to get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna hug her backpack with Chonkapillar in it and just... and take an angry nap.
Mm-hmm. And you guys, while she's curled up like that, Rylar's kind of wiped out, and he just kind of, makes you guys, this time he makes you just, he kind of does some prestidigitation on the rations and hands it out, and that's about all I got on meat right now, guys. I gotta go to sleep now. And
I'll deal with that in the morning.
so while they kind of
Before
crash, the two of you kind of chat about these murals. If you want to role play it, let me know. If you want, I'll just exposition.
First of all, we don't see any remnants of these shadow elves, correct?
Nope.
Okay,
There's literally no physical form left behind.
gotcha.
And yeah, just kind of, obviously right now, I forgot to ask who would have had a light source. I mean, I know you guys have dark vision, but there still needs to be.
I would cast light on something.
You would have
I have
cast
light as a.
Plus, you also would have started a fire.
Yeah.
And everything to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know if.
Well, actually, a fire would probably be a bad idea in here.
Well, it's petrified wood, but where would we find wood to actually make a fire?
No, more importantly is where's the smoke going to go in
Yeah.
this enclosed space? So, yeah.
We'd probably just light something up.
Yeah. Or use magic to
Yeah.
heat any food.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
so. Well, that's right. That's right. I told you that Rylar was going to use prestidigitation on the food. So, but you guys kind of strategize, and if it's all right with you, I'm just going to exposition this part. You strategize that the next day, once everyone's rested, it's going to take a group effort from everybody to figure out the murals. And if there's anything else that you want to say or roleplay before then, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab myself some milk up here. So while you guys do that.
Emillynn, I have an idea, but I might need your help.
What is this idea? Philip wants to know.
It's... what's her name? Oh yeah. In the Guildlock games, when we fought Lone Riders and Gashura, she cast that fireball that was delayed.
Delayed blast fireball. I'm familiar with that spell.
Is that a two-part thing, or is that innate? Because delaying an effect could be useful.
My understanding of that spell is you cast it, and then for however long it goes, until it comes in contact with something, that's when it goes off.
Add a character real quick, and or when the caster decides to have it explode. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I have the ability to create a barrier against these undead. The problem is it takes too long to cast.
What is this barrier?
It's like a magic circle.
Oh.
But it's not quite on par with a ritual spell. It's shorter. It still takes time in combat.
Like how long?
Takes about a minute.
A minute can mean the difference between life and death.
Yes. I don't know if there is a way to delay its effect. Maybe I don't know. Something to chew on.
Is this particular spell granted to you by Ouija?
Yes.
Maybe you should ask her.
She doesn't like to talk to me.
Well, when was the last time you talked to her?
I don't want to remember. It's usually at the least opportune.
Well, that is something to think about. I mean, I'm not too familiar with your divine spells, so sorry, I cannot be of more help.
That's okay. Maybe we'll think of something.
Maybe.
Or I could just die and talk to Ouijas, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Sounds worse when I say it out loud.
It does. Fern would be very upset, as would Philip.
Okay. Yeah. We've got a long day ahead of us, don't we?
Oh, we sure do. We sure do.
Okay.
But man, did you see Rylar trying to tell us what he was talking about? Whew. That gave me a laugh.
Oh, that kid. I love him, but sometimes he actually makes me smile.
Yes, I'm glad he's part of our team.
Well, let's keep each other around.
Yes. All 4 of us.
Yes.
Okay, so
6 if you count Philip and Chonkapillar.
right.
Yes. Oh, I'm sleeping. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
The morning comes.
She talks in her sleep. What are we talking about?
You all had fitful. Speaking of sleep, you all had fitful dreams. Now, obviously, this is another one of those instances where Fern tries to meditate, but has a hard time with it, and ends up having this weird kind of mixture of sleep and meditation, and it's not exactly her. Like usually when the forest, you know, when she falls asleep, it's a happy feeling because she's falling asleep with the forest, you know, with the land itself. But this is not one of those. It's in this stone cold place. It feels like the place itself feels disjointed to her. At any rate, none of you get very good sleep. It's a hard stone floor and a cold, spooky place, and you know you're all on edge on your watches. And but in the long run, the evening goes completely quiet and uneventful. And the morning comes. You guys tell Rylar and Fern your strategy to work together, to work on the murals, to figure them out, and to, do it as a team. And I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna actually go different camera while she's erasing because.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's not.
I'm done now.
Okay.
Quick question. For create food and water, is that actually a ritual?
Does it say ritual?
I don't see it.
I don't think it is a ritual spell.
No.
No.
Okay.
It would have to be a use up a slot. Right now, you guys are okay though. I think, aren't you?
I
also
thought
have
no. We were on the last set of rations.
That's right. That's right. You were, aren't you?
I prepped good berry.
Oh, you
I
prepped
also
Goodberry? Okay.
And I prepped create food and water because we're in dire circumstances and fitful sleep. I need food.
Okay. Okay.
So.
What a waste of a spell slot for me. Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Hey,
kidding.
you guys can
Have
cast
plenty of food.
both before we
Joking.
go to bed. That way
Yeah.
we actually have some stuff
Some options, yeah.
for breakfast in the morning.
So,
And then you get your spell slots back.
at any rate, where was I? Oh, okay. So you get to the work of investigating these murals. You set up magical lights all over the place so that it's all lit up, so you can figure out where the murals begin and end. You determine that there's ultimately a number of murals basically, you know, like I said, reverse carved across all 8 walls. Not all of them are completely intact, but there are a few that have kind of have broken down to the ravages of time, and perhaps something damaged them. You're not sure what, but for the most part, most of them are intact. Ultimately, you find 18 murals that are intact, and I'm not even going to have you guys roll because you guys are working together as a team using all your skills and knowledge. It turns out that Rylar is actually the least helpful in this regard, despite the fact that he has this mystical ability to read any language, because this is not a language. This is literally picture book stuff. Except then then he wraps his head around it a different way once you guys talk with him, and he's like, oh, but if it's like picture books, then yeah, we can figure it. And so literally all of you are able to help each other in different ways, because he being an artist, and you understanding kind of the druidic, you have this innate understanding of the druidic culture and well, not exactly culture and traditions, but just the druidic kind of.
I just feel it in my heart.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And he actually, of course, Lorkris, being a paladin of Melora, has had some training, some religious training in their principles. And then you, of course, with your bardic knowledge, kind of being a bard, being able to decipher and figure things out regardless. You're like the glue that pieces all the different ideas together. And I'm going to read you, if you want, I can skip around from mural to mural. You have figured out the murals in order, though, and I've written them down in order, if you guys want to hear them.
Let's do it in order.
Okay, all right. So, again, I appreciate all you folks. This is a little bit exposition heavy. I don't normally like to do this much all at once, but this is the way it broke down, and this is the way that the party members are learning it.
Everybody get comfy cozy. Story time's about to start.
Oh, I forgot snacks.
Tell us the story of Fern's people.
Okay.
Wait, do you want to get snacks first?
Okay.
I'm right here.
All right. Here we go. Oh, that was good. I just got that. I was a little slow on the uptake.
But I do want to grab a quick snack. I'm so sorry.
No. It's all right. It's all right. If we're gonna get into this, I'm gonna grab a snack too.
I caught that right away.
Yes.
Oh.
Then I saw the look on Druid's face, and I was like, "Yep, she got it."
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was describing snackos earlier, that wasn't exactly what I was talking about.
I know, but I mean, yeah.
Does anybody
Druid
want
made the
some
mistake
Cheetos?
of giving me coffee. Give me more coffee. That was her fault.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Does anybody want some Cheetos?
Where's the Mountain Dew? God, that brought back so many memories. Am I in the room where he's casting all these spells? He hasn't cast anything yet.
I'd never seen those videos.
You'd never seen the Summoner Geeks? Oh man, that was a
No,
classic.
I'd never heard of them until yesterday.
You watched the whole video while she was.
Oh yeah, I watched the whole thing. Well, at least I watched everything that she had up on stream. But yeah, I'd never seen that before.
Where's the Mountain Dew? It's in the fridge. Duh. Druid, did you like that Summoner Geeks yesterday?
It was so good.
Am I getting drunk?
So good.
And of course, there's any girls in there, I want to do them. God.
Just the classic murder hobos.
True. But my favorite line is, I cast magic missile at the darkness.
Send your ass to the Shadow Realm.
But you said you weren't.
I earned what?
I didn't think you
My
wanted any
turn.
snacks.
But
Your turn? Okay.
Yours is mine. Thank you. I'm excited.
More dump snacks. More dump snacks. More dump snacks are the best kind of snacks. More dump snacks.
You are a monster.
What?
Oh, I just realized what you were saying. I didn't quite understand it when I was in there. I thought I thought you were saying poor dumb snacks. I was like, what?
I mean, poor dumb snacks, they're about to be eaten. But Lord,
They are.
Don't worry, they will not distract me. I'm gonna be the one talking. All right. You go over there now.
Why are you laughing at my snacks, though?
I'm not laughing at your snacks. I'm laughing at you eating your snacks.
But this is quick and prepared. You know?
Mhm.
Don't.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your patience. I need.
Thanks everybody
that.
for sharing your patience.
Here we go. All right. You determine mural number 1, and I'm just going to basically call each mural history and then its part. So this one is history part 1. History part 1 mural. Also from henceforth, because I believe it was the dragon that you guys talked to who called the people the Gloam Elves, right? So from henceforth, because you guys are the ones who wrote this. You wrote it down together and put it in this form, this story form, with obviously the bard's help. And here you go.
Mostly the bard. Yeah.
Mostly the bard.
Well, but they needed she needed you guys to help interpret the pictures. So
She made
Yes.
it sound good.
I will write a more detailed report.
Oh, of course.
the Gloam Elf people.
Cliff notes.
Are you done?
Yes.
You ready? Okay. Sorry. All right. The Gloam Elf people built their civilization in harmony with the land. They learned how to shape and mold both plants and stone with druidic magic. They eventually crafted the foundation of their ideal agrarian hunter-gatherer based society using these druidic principles. As they explored a bit, they found that the island was surrounded by dangerous volcanic reefs to the north, and that they lived within a gigantic valley surrounded by mountains. But there was still much to explore in the east. History Part 2. They developed their culture around a small council of archdruids who guided the people for further growth and prosperity through generational elections. Eventually, the Gloam Elves began the project of building their massive ziggurat to house their growing populace. History Part 3. As their tribe grew and their ziggurat superstructure project progressed, they explored the land further. They first encountered a vast plain stretching far to the east, and then stumbled upon a wide mountain range stretching across the northern part of the island. In the center of this mountain range stood a massive central mountain stretching up into the sky, dominating the landscape. The Gloam Elf people marveled at this enormous mountain. History Mural Part 4. After exploring further to the east, They eventually met another tribe of people living on the landmass far to the east. Luckily, it turned out this other civilization was a peaceful, giant-like race who were friendly despite their intimidating size. History Part 4. This tribe of Gargantuans was very different, as they had advanced their culture and built a society using arcane magics. Instead of a single communal building to house all of their people, they had a series of stone towers cascading outward from a central citadel. Although their customs, magic, and architecture were very different from the Gloam Elves, they seemed very friendly and eager to trade with the Gloam Elf people. History Part 5. For some time, the two nations shared the massive island in relative peace, trading with one another and sharing knowledge of the island, but never really commingling completely. Both of the civilizations were growing, but there was enough of a gap between them that it was not something they ever considered an issue. Also, the Gloam Elves had completed their massive ziggurat structure, and they felt safe and secure in their new home. Mural Part 6. After a long time, something drastic changed at this point in the Gloam Elf history. One day, a radiant, pure white light appeared glowing at the top of the enormous mountain to the north. For some reason, this light seemed to feel meaningful to the Gloam Elves. It was as if the light beckoned for them to climb the mountain and seek it out. History Part 7. Soon after, the Gloam Elf people started sending expeditions to the mountain, but found hiking past the base of the mountain would require more advanced climbing tools and techniques. They began to strategize and develop new ideas and technologies to tackle this challenge, for the magnetic draw of the light at the top was powerful. History Part 8. Within some passage of time, the Gloam Elf people started making progress further up the mountain, but they started to encounter even more difficulty climbing higher. It was almost as if the mountain itself would come alive and impede their progress, but not in a malign and definitive way. It was as if the mountain, and perhaps the light itself, was spurring their growth with trials by changing the shape and size of the rocks and cliffs. History Part 9. This only spurred the Druidic Elves even further, and this new drive and desire began to change their culture. They became very passionate about this project, and they strove to become more advanced as a people in order to overcome this trial. History Part 10. Sorry, my phone. I don't know if anybody heard that. If you don't mind it, that's fine, Luke. History Part 10. After some time of progress up the mountain came a shocking revelation. The Gargantuan people were also striving to climb the mountain on the other side of it. Not only had the mountain's size kept this hidden from them until now, but apparently the two nations had been keeping this info from each other during trading. At first, the Gloam Elf people... Excuse me a second. I'm embarrassed I forgot to put that on Do Not Disturb. Forgive me. All right. After some time of progress up the mountain came, shocking revelation. At first, the Gloam Elf people reluctantly, wait, where was I? Not only had the mountain's size kept us hidden from them until now, but apparently the two nations had been keeping this info from each other. At first, the Gloam Elf people reluctantly ignored the Gargantuans climbing on the other side of the mountain, perhaps reasoning that they could both share the progress. History Part 11. However, this only motivated the Gloam Elves even further as they began to jealously feel that it was their birthright to claim the wisdom of the light at the top of the mountain first. Despite their invigorated zeal to conquer the mountain, they began to encounter even more mystical obstacles along the climbing path up the mountain. It seemed as if gravity itself was beginning to slow their progress to a snail's pace. History Part 12. A small accident occurs that led to casualties for both the Glomelves and the Gargantuans. After this event, the Glomelves became convinced that the Gargantuan presence on the mountain was the cause of these mystical disturbances. Either it was the Gargantuans trying to hinder the Glomelves directly, or it was the mountain itself trying to keep the Gargantuans off the mountain because they were not worthy to be in that sacred place. History Part 13. The Glomelf people's culture and traditions began to change rapidly as they convinced themselves that they were the rightful stewards of the light, the mountain, and the land itself. Soon everything devolved into all-out warfare with the Gargantuan people, as acts of violence and anger began to occur regularly on and around the mountain. History Part 14. For a period of time, the Glomelf people did nothing but push their technology and magics to make war against the now hated Gargantuans. Climbing the mountain now became secondary, as they were convinced the only option was to eradicate the Gargantuans if they were ever able to resume their climb up the mountain to the light. History Part 15. As the war raged on, but no progress was made, the Council of Archdruids all shared a strange dream. In the dream, the mountain was radiating a beam of light down at their feet in front of them. And there must have been an invisible figure standing in the beam of light, because a shadow could be seen stretching along the ground toward them, almost like an echo of a person. History Part 16. The shadowy figure claimed to be the keeper of the light, and confirmed that the mountain was indeed the birthright of the Glomelf people. The Shadow Man told them that an avatar would soon be born to their people, and that they should make her their leader if they wanted to stop the Gargantuan blasphemers. History Part 16. The Shadow told them the signs to look out for in order for them to identify the woman who would be born as their savior. Eventually, this elf was born, and they trained her to become the Archdruidess who was chosen to lead the people. She had the greatest fervor to conquer the mountain and the greatest hatred of the Gargantuan interlopers. History Part 17. When she came of age, this druidic avatar was crowned the queen of the Glomelf people, and she shared a new divine revelation that the Shadow Man had come to her in person in her chambers. He claimed that she must undergo a special secret and private ritual that would imbue her with the divine energy and immortality to crush the evil Gargantuans, but it would take a long time. The people were to continue their war until she came forth from the inner temple, and that any edict presented henceforth must be followed without exception. Final History Part 18. This part of the history is marred by cracks and decay, but basically the war raged on for a very, very long period of time, and eventually the Elder Council of the Queen of that era issued an edict in which the entire nation of Glome Elves would submit to a special merging ritual that would turn the Elvish people into immortal and invulnerable Shadow Elves so they could annihilate the Gargantuans from existence once and for all.
And there's the story.
They sound like kind of like assholes. That sounds like very anti-druidic too. Try to sit there and say, I'm the one that has the rightful ownership and stuff, just because a beam of light said so?
Well, apparently something happened over those years to change their mindsets and personalities.
That is so stupid, because like, you know, Goliaths are like super strong and stuff. If they like actually like work together, they could figure that out together and stuff.
Rylar says, Yeah, it seems like if they had thought of that, then they wouldn't have been all angry and gone to war with each other, and they could have been like better friends and helped each other up the mountain instead. But they didn't do that. They just I don't know.
That's probably why the elves at the wall tried to kill you. Because you are a Goliath.
Perhaps this is something else that has pitted two nations against themselves.
But
We are no stranger to deceit.
we all have to remember, this is history from one group's perspective.
That is true.
Even from the elves' perspective, they sound like assholes.
Well, Rylar says, well, they didn't sound like assholes at first. They seemed like pretty cool, like you.
Oh, thanks. But yeah. And then some silly little sprite. You know what? I understand it. Never mind. I was going to say, why would you be so driven by a good shining light somewhere? But then
The color.
the color blue. So who knows? Who am I to judge?
Well, they definitely lost their way, didn't they?
Yeah.
They sure did. I wonder if there's going to be more murals behind the door up there. Because sounds like this perspective story is unfinished.
I agree.
And I want to know more about this merging ceremony they did. Because if that ceremony made them all immortal, why have we not seen more of the Shadow Elves?
Well, but we haven't seen them, haven't we?
Yes and no. They haven't been coming close. What we fought yesterday was the closest thing we've seen to physical form.
So we need to go up, don't we?
More than likely, yes. But these murals also talked about a queen of the Druids. How she had to go into a private ceremony. You think she's behind those doors still?
Probably. Didn't they say something about you can't touch our something? I don't remember, but they were like, no, she's super cool and special. You can't have her.
Our avatar?
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they were supposed to continue with what they were doing until she returned. She's still behind those doors.
After all this time?
Well, they said something about making her immortal and stuff, so.
Hi. Well.
So the question is, guys, do you think I should try to do the stone shape thing, or do you think I should just say, you know what, I'm going to transmute rock into mud? I said sand earlier, but really mud. So those are the options that I have. So I could either take some time and it's gonna take a minute for me to like burrow through the door, or I could just be like, "Waka!" and turn it to mud.
Do we still gotta do that other part first?
Yes, Fern,
Yeah.
we gotta break the seal first before you can try anything.
Yeah.
So, same as before?
Yes.
So, when you guys walk up the steps, You can walk up both sets of steps separately, and of course it ends in a small landing. And just enough, the landing is just enough for one person standing in front of it, and then the other people are going to be kind of, slightly down the steps to the left and to the right. And so, I take it you guys are looking at your spells?
Yep.
Okay.
Just getting my stuff ready. Yep. A little like over the table. So I just want to be clear. The intent is to do the dispel magic and remove curse again, for the seal. We've determined that's the proper. Okay. Cool.
So then, okay. And then after that, what? Then Miss Fern's gonna do one of her stone spells?
Might as well make a big enough hole quickly.
So
Not sure if any of this
too bad. Because this one, I can touch it, but it only makes a 5-foot hole.
That's.
But it's instantaneous. But I could also just do 2 spells and make it 10 feet.
I think, to be safe, the faster the better. We have no idea if anything is going to want to potentially rearm itself, I guess. So, if we can make a hole, then I think that is probably the smartest.
Say that in not cryptid language, so you think I should turn it to mud.
Over the table, is that what stone shape does?
No, that's what
Yeah, dude.
turns me.
So she's got 2 spells. One is stone shape that lets her shape sections, whereas transmute rock to mud just instantly transforms a certain section into mud.
Yeah.
I guess you might as well do that, because, right? I personally, I don't really know what would be effective, per se.
Well, while you guys are up there looking at it and getting ready to plan it out and thinking of it, I'm going to have you all roll your respective expertise.
So nature.
Yes, nature.
25 for arcane.
18.
20 total for religion.
Okay. While you're all talking about it and looking at it and discussing it, you definitely are even more convinced that you're right about casting a dispel magic and a break enchantment or remove curse on it at the same time to suppress the seal. But you also come to the conclusion that this might actually, because this is the way these elves' technology worked back then, you think Fern is of the perspective that maybe her lower end spell might work in a way where, like, as sort of an activation. She thinks that using her stone-shaped spell might actually be the key, as like a literal magical key, to simply activating this door the right way. So you won't even have to destroy the door with the transmute rock to mud. She'll actually be using the door properly just by using her stone-shaped spell. In other words, it was designed to work this way so that only somebody with their skills and abilities to be able to stone shape using druidic magic could do this once the magical seal was removed.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
There you go.
Rylar. Can you do me a very important favor?
Of course.
Okay. We're gonna attempt to go through this door. If anything harmful of an arcane nature is to lash out, can you stop that?
Oh, you want me to like counter any magic stuff if I see some? Well, if I see what's casting it, I can do that. If it's like a magical trap or something, I can't counter that.
Before we go through the door, I always seem to forget about this, but Rylar, can you use your eyes to look through the door?
Oh yeah, I can try.
Always forget.
I totally forget about that because I'm so traumatized by seeing inappropriate thing or Rylar seeing inappropriate things and
Rylar and Fern, and
I
then
know.
Fern talking.
And I'm just like, I'm so afraid we're gonna look and go, ooh, we shouldn't know that.
We had to have the birds and the bees conversation.
Or the ranger and the bat.
Okay.
Yes, I forget about that too. I just now remembered it.
I'm glad you did.
It's like,
Yeah.
Rylar, can you look through the door?
That door, yeah.
So first up, he tells you that actually, I forgot how many times a day he can do that. He does say to you, well, I can try, but if the seal protects from that kind of thing, then I will have used it up for the day, I think. Let me double check. Can someone look up that ability for me?
I don't know which one it is.
I don't either. Let's see, I got, it's not Devil's Sight. That's the first one, gives him night dark vision.
Yeah.
He's got Eldritch Sight, Eyes of the Runekeeper, Ghostly Gaze, maybe that's it? Witch Sight. Visions of Distant Realms. I'm sorry, I should be more prepared and have that written down. That was the one that didn't get used very often, and so I kind of forgot about it too.
Yeah.
The Arcane Eye spell?
No, it's not a spell.
No, because Visions of the Distant Realms is you can cast Arcane Eye at will without expending a spell slot. Oh no, it's not that one.
Maybe it's Ghostly Gaze? Let me grab a...
That one is not in the book. D&D.
Ghostly Gaze isn't in the book?
It's not in the player's handbook.
Oh wow, must have been in one of the add-ons then.
Gaze. Yep, it is Ghostly Gaze. You gain as an action, you gain the ability to see through solid objects at a range of 30 feet.
How many? So he can use it anytime?
It just says as an action.
Oh, okay. That's better than I thought. All right, so never mind. He doesn't give you any kind of warning. He's like, okay, I can try it. He tries it, and he tells you that the magic seems to be suppressing his ability to see through it. He thinks he can look at it, but it's going to be up to you guys to figure out how long the dispel magic.
So it lasts for a minute or until your concentration ends.
Oh, okay. Well, right, but he's talking about like if you want him to look after you guys have dropped the seal.
It also says once you use this invocation, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest.
So I was right. Okay, right. Short rest. He tells you that. He tells you that. He says, you know, you'll have to take a short rest if it doesn't work. Crap.
with or without it.
So the seal is blocking his view. Got it.
I'm just drawing this ahead of time. So, you just want to go in blind, or do you want to, have him do a short rest and then do it again after you guys have dropped the seal? Obviously the only risk of that is that, how long will the seal take to reinvigorate itself?
I mean,
I feel like
We
we
might
had a
as
pretty
well.
good plan, whether or not we could see through the door.
we might as well. We might as well try to.
He says, I can try to look real fast.
Yeah.
You can only see a certain distance into the room, correct, Rylar, when using that?
About 30 feet.
So we won't know we don't know how big the room is.
But
Well, you can tell
as long as-
from looking, if you go down into that level below the one you're in, you can tell by the structure that it's roughly the same size. It's likely to be more square shaped than octagonal like the outer chamber was, but it's actually probably slightly bigger. But like from where you guys are coming up at right here, you're more than likely going to see, up to a wall. And so he'll only be able to see basically this. Now he does share with you that his version of that goes farther than 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
He can see out to 60 feet with that thing. But he does point out that he can only see a range through this.
Makes sense.
Well, how about we do this? We'll drop the barrier. Rylar, take a quick peek. If you see nothing, Fern, we open the door. And as we go in, we split left and right so that we can cover both sides of it. If there are hostiles.
All right,
And then
who's
go
going
from
left,
there.
who's going right?
How are we stacked as we come in? Right? Like whoever's.
Well,
Here, we'll do it like this. Where's the
Leave me
players?
alone.
so there's only one person can stand in front of the door, which would be Fern. And then you and I are on the flank, so we could actually
Okay,
cast the spells.
Yeah, pseudo ranger over here. Sorry.
So there's almost no way for Rylar to get up there and look in time.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't Rylar be there first to be able to look through the door? And then if he can or can't see no matter what, then Fern will go up to the front.
That's true. Her dispel magic doesn't have to touch it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's at a range. And then same with remove curse is the only one is a touch spell, so it'd be right there.
So you would go there and maybe
Well, he's tall enough to reach over and just like.
Yeah, you could be. Well, no, you have to be up there. So this is what I'm thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have Rylar up there first, right? Well, actually, you have you up there first, and then Rylar right here, and then the ladies right back here down the stairs. You do the. Well, no.
So he does remove curse. I do dispel magic at the same time. Lorkris will move. Rylar goes up. Fern then goes up afterwards. Rylar looks, says what he sees, switches places with Fern, and then as soon as Fern does her spell, Fern goes in to the left. Lorkris follows after, or Rylar follows after her to the right. Lorkris goes left. Emillynn goes right.
Yep.
I like that. What do you think?
So Fern goes left. Fern and Rylar go left. Lorkris and Emillynn go right. It's easier to walk in and go up than it is to like make a. That's practical.
Okay.
Coming from the pseudo ranger.
Okay. All right. So
yeah.
Fern and Rylar are gonna go left.
So yeah, so they're gonna go, just like that, and then Emillynn should technically be behind Lorkris so that they can walk in a straight line.
Like this.
Yeah. So that's how we'll enter.
Okay. Well, we'll say that it. First, your dispel magic you need to roll, I believe. Unless you're going to cast it at a higher level. Then you tell me what level you're casting it at.
Should I cast it at a higher level?
Yes.
Because it's 10 plus the spell level if I'm casting it at straight third. The DC, so.
Well, you have to imagine that an
Probably pretty.
Archdruid would have put this on here.
Yeah.
So.
I'll give it everything I got.
Okay, I guess I'm going 7th level spell slot.
And I'll go 6th.
Okay.
That's everything I got.
That was exactly what you needed to do. Smart play, guys. First things first, Rylar says, okay, it's clear. It's a big, blank, empty room. And then you guys pile in.
Dang.
It all goes flawlessly. And now,
Flawless victory. I got scared.
oh, I totally boogered it up.
Oh no. Yeah. Your people are dumb.
Excuse me?
You believe a light in the sky?
So then your people were also trying to do.
How are you so sure those are my...
Are you so sure that these are my people?
Boing.
All right.
Oh, you don't like the green anymore? Fine.
It just felt like showing off a map. And it was uncomfortable where it was for a bit.
You guys ready?
I don't know how you can even. Yeah.
All right. You come up into this room ready to go, ready to fight, ready to defend yourselves. And from this angle, this side of the room where your people are at, it's a remarkably empty room. Not at all what you were expecting. You smell something as soon as you actually broke the seal and opened the door, just this horrible ancient stink kind of wafted out. And now you're inside the chamber, and it's just almost nauseating, the stink of it. I mean, it's starting to fade, but obviously it's been sealed up in here for a long time. And you look around, literally blank walls. No murals, no decorations, no fancy architecture. The tree stretches up above you. It's the ceiling is 40 feet high, so a bit taller. And it makes sense based upon what you remember, the final tier of the ziggurat being pretty tall, like almost double story. And then the tree going upward. It's still, obviously the tree still goes upward through a hole in the ceiling. You look around a bit, and I don't want to assume what you guys want to do. This is what you see right now from this angle, and it's literally nothing.
Is it dark in here?
Yes.
I cast light on.
Your lute?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, my violin.
Right. Sorry, your violin. Yeah.
I will follow suit and cast light on my glaive.
Okay.
No cast light and yeet.
I don't have anything to yeet.
So you guys begin to look around.
But stay on your toes.
So from this side, looking at the tree, it looks just as petrified as it did below. Again, is this kind of stale old stink. And you look around.
Let's go.
Stay together.
Let's go that way.
Yes, we're staying together as a team.
Counterclockwise?
Which way do you guys want to go? Do you want to? You do take a mental
Counter
note
sundial.
that it seems like this side of the room is wider than that side of the room.
We're going to go counterclockwise.
Did she make
you
funny
mean counter
jokes that I
sundial? like this sundial and counter sundial.
Okay, so which way are you going?
Okay, team vote. Who wants to go left first?
Sure.
Okay. So you're gonna go this way first.
Yes.
I'll take the lead. Yeah.
I'm holding on to his cloak.
Rylar, let me know if you find anything magical. You see anything magical?
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you guys. So as soon as you start to go around the corner, you notice something kind of odd. There's weird striations coming off of the tree on this side. Almost, they seem very similar to those roots and tendrils and vines. And they're, some of them are very thick and some of them are not. And you come around, and as you come around the corner, you're horrified to see this kind of strange pod, this old petrified pod, kind of grown out of this portion of the tree, and in the center of it is this gnarled, mummified elf. Like this. Oh, let me sit down so I can give you. She's all like, and it seems like there's, on top of that, there's this strange stone and metal device that's covered up by some of the vines and roots, but it's like, you know, completely, like it's almost completely covered, but what, you know, by the growth that's on there. But you do then recognize that there's something under there that's stone and metal, which is the first time you've seen metal in this civilization. And there's this, you know, underneath the vines and the wrappings, there's this strange kind of, not sure what it is, some sort of winding black, thick cord, probably, you know, it seems bioorganic, but it also seems kind of hard and petrified looking. And this is obviously where the stink is emanating from, and Fern gets this kind of wave of nausea over her. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
$15.
+3.
Okay.
+3. 15, 16, 18.
All right. The 15 would have got you there anyway, but you succeed in not vomiting.
I've been puking a lot lately, you guys.
Yeah. And now that you look at it and look at this, it's almost like this strange, the structure of the stone that's underneath all these vines and things. The architecture of it seems completely different than the rest of the ziggurat has been, and you're kind of mystified by it. It's kind of strange, and it seems much fancier. When I say it doesn't look like a machine, you know, like you would think of in modern terms. It definitely seems like some sort of stone encasement that's partially attached to this corpse that's embedded, this mummy that's embedded in this tree, right? And it seems to have some sort of like I said, there's some sort of strange bioorganic mixtured growth thing that's almost hidden underneath all the vines and roots, but it seems to trail off directly at that wall. And now that you're looking at it, you kind of realize that the architecture of this floor doesn't make sense, because it's less wide on this side than it is on that side. You know what I'm saying? But based upon what you saw from the temple below, and from when you had the birds, you know, when you guys saw it from a distance, there's no reason why it would be cut off on this side.
Do you think there's another wall, you guys? Do you think this is a fake wall?
I'm going
Because it looks wrong.
examine this.
Rylar says to you guys, "Oh wow, there's magic radiating from that stone sarcophagus thing, and that whatever that rope thing is." And he starts looking around the room. He says, "Oh, and you know, there's magic coming from that wall way over there. He kind of points.
Go stand in front of the magical wall, Rylar, please.
He stands basically right here. It's like these two spots right here. You know, of course you can, if you wanted to, you could ritually detect magic to see it too.
Yeah, I am.
So she's gonna take 10 minutes while you guys study this grotesque thing here. This weird kind of, I want you to imagine it as being this kind of, you know, almost, what was the artist for the Alien franchise? Gosh, you guys know who I'm talking about. H.R. Geiger. It's kind of very Geiger-esque, very, a mixture of these organic and kind of just this biological kind of monstrosity before you. So, you ritually cast a detect magic, yeah. Everything is right. It seems to you that from here to here, that wall radiates magic.
Gotta figure out how to open the door.
Do you think that the door will open like how we opened the other door? Does it look like it's, you know, living lazily on a beach? Or...
Hang on, let me look at something real quick here to be able to answer that for you.
I watched the realization come over Starkitty's. Does it look like it's living life on a beach?
Living like what? What did...
If it's sealed.
Oh. All right.
Hey, Joe.
That was good. Okay.
You're just mad because it's funny.
I'm just mad because I didn't understand a joke. For once.
For once?
I know.
You're welcome. I'm here every Saturday.
So, as you guys focus on the wall, you realize that the magic that it's radiating isn't magic like the other ones. It's radiating illusion magic.
It's just an illusion.
I want to go over there.
So you're
To
gonna
where?
go. You're gonna go over by her too.
Come on. Come over here, Lorkris. Or are you gonna stay over here?
Sure. I'll follow. It's not worth leaving them alone.
Illusion magic, huh?
It's
I just feel
strong
like we
too.
should figure out this wall before we try to figure out the rest of that stuff, because it looks like it goes into the wall, and I feel like it's a safer bet.
You say this is illusion magic. Rylar, is this similar to the hidden walls in the mine?
In the malls of
The hidden walls in
the-
the mine.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So we just have to dispel it?
Well, if it's just an illusion, the magic is just a cover.
Didn't we figure out how to
What's-
open it before?
Can I... Would it be a bad idea for me to touch it?
What was it you guys did before to open the other one?
We had to recite the passphrase.
Wasn't there some other part of it too?
We had to present the seal.
Yeah, you presented the.
The bloody
The bloody
eye.
eye. Maybe.
Maybe we need to look around a little more to see if maybe there's a seal we need to present and a password we need to say.
I mean, do you just want to try the one from the mine?
Then again, Rylar.
I don't think we need to
Oh no,
show the bloody
Rylar
eye.
can't use that again yet. I'm gonna ask Rylar to use his eyes again, but
Yeah.
we have to take a short rest.
I'm gonna actually retcon that you guys came up with the idea like the way we described it, and the way we discussed it, I feel like you wouldn't have had to have wasted it on a, you know what I'm saying? Because he discussed it with you first. Remember, I feel like maybe I didn't make it clear, but when we were discussing it, I thought we had retconned it. At least that's that's the way I thought about it. Maybe you guys didn't, and if so, I apologize. But I thought basically you guys had backtracked it and said, no, let's just try this and just do it. I didn't think that he actually had to rest. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Are you talking about Rylar using his axe?
Right, he can do it every short rest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we used it.
Yeah.
Oh, you did use it twice? So you used it twice?
No, we've used
No, we
it
used
once.
it once.
So then we could take a
He
short
can use
rest.
it
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. I was under the impression we used it once. Is that what you guys thought
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So then you could take a short rest, and he could get it back.
Yeah. Rylar can take a short rest, and I'm going to explore the room a little more.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we go to the other side of the room and look?
Yes.
Sure, Rylar will cup a squat. He'll not like literally, but you know he'll park his butt and say, I'm gonna draw this spooky thing over here if that's okay with you guys.
Sure.
Right. Well, you guys investigated, I suppose. You know, your detect magic determines that the magic here. It's a multitude different kinds of magics. You know, without kind of going into it. You kind of. I'm gonna let you, Emillynn Ray, go ahead and roll me your arcane knowledge check. I mean, anybody. Well, I don't think anybody has arcane as a proficiency, do they?
17.
No.
I rolled a 4.
You've never seen anything like this before. It definitely seems rather more advanced than anything you've encountered, but you have a hypothesis that maybe it somehow magically siphons life from whatever that person was. It siphons something anyway. You think it's some sort of magical sieve?
Yes.
Like a siphon.
Okay, yes. Philip, you may be onto something.
What's Philip onto?
Philip and I were consulting about this possibly being some sort of siphoning thing. Maybe?
What's the siphoning thing?
So siphon kind of like takes or gives, depending on what it is.
This.
You mean like it sucks it out?
Yes.
Interesting. It reminds me of a birthing cord.
That
I don't
too.
know if out of above table umbilical cord.
Right.
I don't know if that would be an appropriate word in this time frame. Know what that is, but like the baby connecting cord.
Right.
I wonder if they're trying to steal her immortality or something.
Apparently, it looks like they already did, Fern.
And that's true.
So you're saying it's coming from that husk out, or coming out to in?
That's what I'm trying to determine.
You think it's siphoned from her?
Philip thinks it's siphoned from her into whatever this leads to.
If we were to like step over that, all those vines and everything, is that like just a thin layer, or is it like rough terrain? Does it look traversable?
It's traversable. It is rough terrain, though. It's you know there's a varying thicknesses, but they are all kind of they're pretty much all kind of petrified now at this point.
Does Pass Without a Trace ignore rough terrain?
I mean,
No,
sort
reading the
of.
room, it does.
What it does, it means that it doesn't slow you down in rough terrain. I think, at least it used to. I mean, I know it gives you a stealth bonus, but I think And also, maybe I'm thinking 3.5.
Oh, right there. It was right there. Up, down. Oof.
Up, down, left, right.
I know freedom of movement. Yeah. I know freedom of movement will do it, but it's not worth wasting a spell slot when we have time, to be fair. Unless passive out trace will do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's that big of a deal. You can, if you just move a little slower, you're not going to trip on it.
And not like I'm in a current immediate danger.
Yeah.
Yet.
Because we don't know if she's going to come to life or not.
Well.
Even if she's dead, maybe Lorkris could talk to her. Even though she probably won't, because you have,
Well,
the kind of face she doesn't like.
I'm gonna ignore that. Even if I could talk to her, which I doubt she would speak with me, you're probably right. Today is not the day for that.
Oh, you don't have it prepared.
I didn't expect to come across something dead to talk to. But, if it's all the same, I might take a closer look.
When you say closer look, I just assume you go over to look at it, but not necessarily.
I want to go with.
Okay, she's gonna go with. You're not gonna touch it. You're just looking.
Yeah.
As of right now, he's just getting a closer look. I know you say she's mummified, right? A female figure, mummified. She wearing any clothing?
If there was any clothing, it's long rotted off or was
Gotcha.
absorbed by this strange magical machine or the tree itself. Who knows?
Now I'm standing over here going, don't touch anything.
By the way, it does look, I guess I should have made it clear that some of these vines and things do look like they have eventually penetrated through the stone and are probably some portion of the source of all that stuff that was draped across the ziggurat.
Could be, yeah. In her being mummified, does visually does the texture of her being mummified match with the tree? Like, do they look like it's one solid piece and that she just has a figure that stands out, or is it clearly two distinct things, like one sitting on top of the other? Like,
I think I'm understanding what you're saying.
Yeah, is she petrified like the tree, or is she her own kind of mummified?
She's her own kind of mummified.
Okay.
If any, I will say as a DM to players, just so you guys know what just so you're aware of what you can and can't do. Somebody could do a medicine check on her, but it would require touching her.
I would like to. Does she radiate or register as actual undead, like the things below? I'll use that divine sense to see if she's like...
No, she does not.
An undead thing, or... One more time. Nothing.
She does not radiate as undead.
Would I be able to identify if there's still life there, or just purely
If you
undead?
do the medical check, you'll be able to maybe
Fair
determine
enough.
when or how she died.
Well, I can say that, at least for now, she doesn't appear to be an undead thing we countered down below. But to identify if she is still living, or at least has some type of... would require us to touch her.
I'm proficient in medicine. I can do it.
I have no doubt of that, but I do not know what will happen if we disturb this one who is resting.
She doesn't look like she's resting very well.
We didn't rest very well, but we rest. Emillynn?
Don't touch anything. Not until we
You heard the boss.
figure out this magic thing.
Okay.
The door.
Yes. Especially you, Fern. I don't want you touching anything.
You don't think that Mr. Lorkris could maybe try to? He's good at medicine checks too. He's not quite as good. Well, actually, out of character, what are your both of your medicine checks?
+3.
Plus 11.
Holy crap! I take it you don't have proficiency in it. Is that why yours is only a +3? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Let's wait until we figure out what this magic thing is that's, hooked up to her.
I'll let all of you. You can roll. If you have proficiency in medicine, you can roll to determine if it would be safe to touch it. But the DC is going to be quite a bit higher.
Nope.
14!
Wow, would you do roll a 3? Yeah. You're not sure how safe or dangerous it is.
Well, I'm not even over there, but
Let me see.
don't touch anything. Emmilyn's a bard. She's heard many stories.
Well,
Especially stories about magical stuff.
Since we're over here, do we see where the magical umbilical cord is attached to her?
Not attached to her directly. It's attached to the stone machine that's underneath all the growth.
But she's in a pod.
But she's in a pod, and the
Resting on
pod
top
is
of it.
encased in the stone kind of sarcophagus.
You
Okay.
need to hide that.
Hmm?
You need to hide that fruit. You're going to offend somebody.
it's a pineapple.
It's a banana.
Oh, it's a banana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said the forbidden thing. One less for you.
We're saving you, buddy. Right.
See, I got you. I got you there, BT.
Are there any runes or markings in and around the sarcophagus that would indicate any type of spell or ritual, even if it's mundane? Is there any?
Actually, that's what's remarkable about this strange magical or arcane machine, is that it's so unremarkable. It is very mundane. There's no indication of what it is, who made it, what it does, other than you believe that it seems to have siphoned probably life force from this person over a long period of time.
Okay.
Lorkris, since Emillynn doesn't want us to touch anything over here, should we go around the other side to and then make our way back there, and then we can try to figure out the door in the wall?
So,
Sure.
I'm going to have all of you roll me intelligence checks. And basically, intelligence saving throw. What'd you get?
14.
Wait.
Well,
24. Surprising.
Wow,
Yeah.
24, okay.
it's 9 to my intelligence saving throws!
Oh, add
You had a
the threat
14?
saving.
Yeah,
Oh, nine.
I rolled an 8
Or 9. 15!
plus 6.
Okay. Both you and Lorkris stopped and think for a second as you're getting ready to go walk around, and you're like, wait a minute. The smell of this decay, yeah, it's old, but there's also a slight bit of freshness to it. Maybe it would be a good idea to take the risk and medicine check this thing.
Emillynn,
Don't be mad.
What? Too busy looking at the root.
Yeah, I know you said not to touch the thing, but
Give me one good reason why you should touch it.
you trust me, right?
Is that your only reason?
Do I need another one?
Give me one good reason why you think you need to touch it.
Okay,
Why are you whispering?
Yes.
Bro.
me?
Whispering.
Huh?
She wasn't whispering.
I wasn't whispering.
We didn't hear what you
We
said.
didn't hear a word you said.
The decay isn't as old as you think.
Wait, what?
It's think about it. We know what a dead body smells like.
Yes?
Does this not smell more like a freshly dead body than an older dead body?
The more you think about it and stuff, it's both. You think it's both. It's ancient decay, but maybe recent death.
Fern's gonna touch the thing. Do it.
Wait, before Fern touches it, Lorkris. Grab onto her cloak, because just in case something happens, you can pull her back.
Okay.
Add a character, I know why she's being extra cautious, because the last time in a different campaign, her character was the uber curious one and just touched the monolith.
Got sucked in.
Yeah, so anyway.
And then everybody else was just like,
Yeah, all right. Anyway, okay,
Yeah.
so you go ahead and do a
Tree, so it makes sense.
well, yeah, and also this pod is attached to a tree, and we don't know if there's a face behind this pod that could teleport her anywhere.
That is true. We don't know.
Yep.
But
well,
I feel like we need to definitely or the
Yep.
dead lady.
All right.
That is why I'm
Really
like,
catchy.
hold on to her. That way
Yep.
she's not going anywhere alone in case. Rylar and I will freak out, but yeah.
Bless it. With good luck.
He can do better than
Okay.
that. Ryder's like, just a second. If you wait just a second, I'll hit you with guidance.
Fern, Philip loves you.
Ah, so you're gonna get guidance and bonus from which one is that?
D8.
Oh wow, she's gonna D8
D8
and a whatever guidance
Yeah,
is. I think
because
it's
you
a
can
D.
use that
it's a
for an
D4.
ability check as well. So add an extra D8.
Thank God we did that.
What did you roll?
That's not horrible. Right? Is that a
15 plus
11?
11.
15 plus
Whatever that
11?
total is.
Yeah, 26.
26.
Is that without the D4 from the guidance?
No, that's everything.
Okay, that's plenty. That's
I mean, it's not
that's,
bad. I mean,
that's actually
8 plus 11.
you did good. That was fine.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
pretty confident in your medicine check on this thing. The first thing that you notice is there are certain parts of the mummified body, mainly around her stomach area, that are a little bit still soft. And you basically come to the conclusion that, yes, she's been mummified here for 15,000 years, but she only died maybe a couple of days ago.
Fern, do you share that
Emillynn?
information?
I'd imagine Fern is like rambling this as she's touching.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
squishy. She probably just died.
Emillynn might here.
What? Sorry, Lorkris, what?
Can you come here, please?
Okay.
Yep.
Take my time. What's up? What'd you guys figure out?
Yeah. Well,
Pokes her in the tummy. Look
Yeah.
at this, like, soft and stuff.
Wait, she's still alive?
She was.
Well, no. Well, you said estimated she died
Days-
maybe a couple
Probably
of days ago.
Wait, she just died? How old is she?
Yeah.
Probably as old as the Triumvirate.
Wait. Okay,
Old.
I need to sit down.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're telling
careful.
me she's ancient?
Yes.
Rylar pipes in. Excuse me,
no.
that's not ancient. That's prehistoric. And goes back to drawing.
Okay, what Rylar says, she's prehistoric?
But also no. Prehistoric doesn't squish.
Facts.
So this thing, whatever is behind that door, has been siphoning her life for the last 15,000 years?
Hang on. You said she died roughly 2 days ago?
2 to 3 days ago, yeah.
So about the same time that we entered Rot?
Yeah.
The same time we teleported over?
Entered the Ziggurat. We've spent 2 nights here.
Oh.
Forgive me, I do not think this is a good idea, but part is to try.
Say again. Who wants to?
Lorkris has the intrusive thought of like, what happens?
It's so cutting him out.
He's
so
not gonna.
All right.
Lorkris is not gonna do lay on hands, but he's like, I wonder. And he like ponders that out loud, but like with real intent. He says it right now.
Well, your character would know that laying on hands on somebody who's been dead for several days wouldn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Now that I'm over here, I'm gonna take a closer look at this machine. It's hooked up to the pod.
So, while you're looking at it, Fern thinks a little bit more and then kind of reevaluates. She's like, you know, I might be. She says she thinks she might be a little bit wrong. It might have been a little more than 2 days or 3 days. It might have been, but it's definitely been a few days ago. Like it's been within a week, is what you can tell.
So probably not right when we came in here, but very close.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
My initial estimation was a little dramatic.
So, probably closer to when we got here, or shortly thereafter.
Or shortly before.
You think she could have died when we removed the splinter from the tree?
Could be a possibility. We won't know.
I mean, we don't know, but I will say that this does look remarkably like what is outside and what we encountered.
I kind of really want you to try to talk to her, because she's dead now.
I mean, I can tomorrow.
So you do remember that you're feeling that this whole area is an unhallowed space. So roll me a religion check.
Oh. That would be...
Talk to the mic.
Ooh. 15.
That's good enough. You're pretty sure that. Wow, I forgot what I was going to say. What were we talking about?
It's unhallowed.
Oh yeah,
It's an
in this unhallowed
ground.
space that you're pretty sure that your speak with dead wouldn't even work.
Because she has... I could try to, like, bring her back to life, but she wouldn't be in what her normal race was. It would be whatever happens on the D10. But
No,
we
no,
can
no.
still-
Reincarnation is not a spell that your character has. Sorry. That's another one of the technologies that has not been developed in this world yet.
Yet.
Well,
Or at least by the, as far as you know.
yeah. I mean, I could try, but I doubt.
It wouldn't work.
I don't think so.
Well, heck.
That being said,
Of course, your character is also like, you know, that's under normal circumstances, but you're also a cleric of Ouija's, so, which isn't exactly normal circumstances, so maybe.
I could try.
But again, it would have to be the
I'd
next
always
day.
try to. I could ask. Attempt to ask Ouija's if it would work. What have we got to lose?
Shouldn't we deal with this other stuff before, though?
Yes, we should.
Yes. Yes.
I'm done with my short rest.
Okay.
Okay, let's go,
Alrighty.
Rylar.
Watch your step. Emillynn just like dimension doors over there before Lorkris start. She's like, I'm over here. Let's get the door. Just kidding.
No, I would not waste a spell slot. I would take my time.
The hand of God just moved. Emillynn just. We saw it happen.
It was Philip.
Philip Misty stepped me.
Hand of.
Imagine.
All right. Rylar uses his ghostly gaze to peer through. He tries to peer through the illusionary wall at first, and he's like, "Oh, that doesn't work." So he moves over a little bit to the actual wall.
Please don't do that.
You can scooch him back this way, and then he's like, "Okay, I can see now." Oh, wow, that's weird.
What do you see, Rylar?
So it's just kind of a long hallway, but then over to the left, there's some stairs that go upward, and
Lorkris and I are over there too, by the way. Yeah.
but I also my detect magic vision. It's like there's like these weird magical I don't know what you call those things. They look like runes, but there's like a couple of them. There's one on the floor over there, and there's one up the stairs, and I think there's another one maybe up the stairs too. There's like 3 of them. They're like on the floor, and they're kind of.
Rylar, if you keep walking down, can you look up the stairs?
Okay. Yeah. There's definitely that magical, like it's like a rune, but not a rune, you know.
Stormy.
And
I love it.
and
Flip of Ward.
Yeah.
This is player knowledge, not character knowledge.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll let you share with folks
Yeah.
later on after you've role played it.
Yeah.
So, but he's at the stairs go up to a landing, and then I think it goes, must go somewhere else, like another room or something.
So there's at least 3 glyphs on the floor is what you're seeing.
Oh, is that what they're called? Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So how do we get this door open?
I'd imagine Fern would do the same thing. Does this oh, well, let me just ask, is the only magic the illusion, or is there another?
Refresh my
seal
memory.
on the
On the
door?
walls before that, you guys down in where that was it? It was more than one, wasn't it? It was illusion or was it only illusion?
So it was only illusion that was obscuring the, and then there was like, I think, how do we manage to get past it this time? I think we got past it the first time because
Well, you did.
we
The
find
first
a
time you
note?
got past it, you used Dispel Magic to temporarily suppress it. But then you figured out
Yes.
that if you issued a command on it that you
Yeah.
figured out from reading writing, and you presented the herald, that it would open it. Like, and that it's basically an illusionary wall. That it's such a strong type of illusion that actually looks and feels like an actual wall. And you either have to dispel it or activate it properly.
Yeah.
Basically, you guys do have the method to open. If this is like those others, you have that method to try as an option.
Yeah, I can dispel it.
Or you have the, the non-spell slot using option 2 if you want to try it.
Non-spell.
I mean, it is like what I just described.
Oh.
You guys already you figured out the command phrase to open up those walls down in the Godolphian mines, and then present the herald. You still have the herald in his backpack, I'm assuming. And you know the catchphrase.
But
I mean, we
that's
as
the
players.
cult of the blood. That's the bloody eye. This is completely different from the bloody eye.
Is it?
We have no idea how long.
That is
You
true.
already said that we should try it anyway.
And don't forget, the dragon did explain to you that his master, who you're sure to meet in the ziggurat, was the one who put together the cult of the bloody eye, the humanoid army.
Oh, what was the catchphrase?
I bet you BT knows. If he doesn't, that's okay.
BT knows all.
If you don't remember it, it's not that big of a deal because your characters would, right? BT can't remember. Sorry, that's okay. BT, we love you.
Sorry. I feel like we definitely wrote it down at one point. But I would imagine our characters would have. Emillynn would have a note on it. Oh, Fern has a note on it.
May the blood of our vision open the way. Right?
Yes, that was it.
Yeah.
Herald.
Yeah. So Lorkris will. Well, she says it.
Is she actually
needs a
speaking?
break.
She asked him
She
for a
needs a
break.
break.
Oh, do you need to pee or something?
I was wondering if we were gonna actually take a break.
Actually, probably not. So, if you need to take a break because you need to pee, we can take a quick break.
I do need a quick break.
Okay, she needs a quick break.
Okay.
Or if you need to grab a snack or food or something. Yeah, that's fine. This is a good place if this is where you guys want to take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
So in a way, this is a good spot. You guys think you figured out, where to go. You obviously know where to go next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pee time.
Huh?
Oh, you're
What?
good. Go. You good, sir. I love it. that was good. That was good. Okay.
I knew you would like that.
If you need to go. Jesus. Yeah. No, I didn't. Oh, that's good. It's good. I like it. I like it.
I figured you would.
I want to know.
All right, shall we share with chat our little in secret, or not?
Like what my plan is?
Not necessarily
or-
the plan, because we don't want to ruin your
That's
RP
fair.
surprise.
That's fair.
But I'll describe it like this. Fate has an interesting creative idea that he proposed to me outside of the game and the stream and stuff, that he wants to kind of a potential strategy that his character wants to try based upon some stuff that he knows, but he wanted it to fit narratively for his character. And let's just say that this helps facilitate that.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a conversation. How certain things are understood in the rule set and how they're phrased. As soon as it, absolutely, we'll spill the details. But I'm happy. As soon as they're like glyphs, I was like, oh man, here. And what interesting timing based off of the narrative moment I decided to have with. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I think you guys will enjoy it. Yeah. Yes.
It'll make sense to you guys too.
It terrifies me though. Not gonna lie, Stormy, based off what we talked about. I'm like, as a player knowledge of what could we use with that? Be scared. As a character, there's writing on the ground. What else is? Ugh. Oh, Aries, I think you'll dig it.
Yeah. I think everybody's going to dig it. It may not be something that's useful anytime soon, but it will definitely be useful.
Potentially later. Yeah.
Later.
Yeah. I know. I will say, it reminds me of playing my first D&D character, Jace, in my first campaign, because it pulls to my love of pushing the envelope based on how things are perceived, and that's something that Jace did a lot. Kind of didn't really break mechanics, but he was creative. So put things together in ways that you wouldn't necessarily expect. I argued fire arrows would unroll the twine and accelerant on a torch and cut it up and wrapped it on arrows and then just lit them and it's a fire arrow, kind of deal. So it's definitely one of those, a unique utility. I'm excited. You excited?
Yes.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Sorry, I was going back and reading chat.
Creative idea. Work. Yeah.
Oh wow, Brandon's here too, or was or is, I don't know, but we appreciate you coming, buddy. That's awesome.
Brandon Wolf Gaming.
Yeah, Brandon's awesome. I was watching him kick ass at what
Portal?
No, it's not Portal, but it uses Splitgate. That's it. Thanks, Dagoff. Yeah.
Oh,
really
never heard of it.
Unique and interesting FPS. I was like, it's super cool looking. But all right.
I am so bad at shooter games.
The name of it reminds me. I don't know why.
It reminds you of what you keep.
Time Crisis, the arcade shooter.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then we will continue if you guys are ready.
Shoot her across with portal. Hot dog. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
I was very distracted earlier because the bun was pulling my hair back so much.
Bun was bunning.
Bun was bunning and it was too heavy.
You know.
Kind of milkshake there, insomnia night.
Oh, triple cheeseburger and a milkshake. What kind of milkshake?
That's what I
What
just
flavor?
asked too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't
It's
know.
okay. Does sound pretty yummy.
Nom 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 nom.
But also, from where did you get this
Strawberry.
cheeseburger?
I haven't had a cheeseburger in a really, really long time.
There's no good spots out here. Comparatively.
Vegetable curry. Dagoth, you're making me hungry.
Brings all the boys into the yard. Oh, dude.
Oh, dude,
He's
what?
sad now.
Oh, in and out. Oh.
Gotta be honest, there's an In-N-Out here, and I was not impressed. We've eaten there a few times, and
You know, I will admit, In-N-Out isn't the greatest burger spot, but in the aspect of nostalgia, I'm down for it. It's like Taco Bell. It's not really good, but you like it anyway. It hits the spot every now and then. Yeah, that was something that we used to do a lot after Airsoft. We'd go down and go to In-N-Out at 11:30 at night, all dressed up in
Just
BDUs, sweat, dirt. Everyone's got bruises and pockmarks everywhere, and we're just like, yeah, we're gonna eat. And it was like they expected us every Friday night. It was pretty cool. Good times.
I totally get that. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. So that nostalgic aspect, but quality is, it's okay.
Hey, Eric. We're in intermission mode at the moment, but we're about to be back in action.
My DNA is half Crunchwrap. So,
Crunchwrap Supreme.
so Daddy Dagoth, you're constantly just good to go. Yeah.
That Crunchwrap is so good, though.
That's what she likes.
I have to just read Insomnia Knight's message really quick where he says, OMG Taco Bell. The last time we had Taco Bell, I ordered nachos. They forgot the cheese.
Wow.
Because it was nacho cheese, bruh.
This is nacho cheese.
I'll be here until tomorrow.
Really?
You can catch him almost every Sunday.
Yeah.
I just got shot.
Okay. Good shot.
Right.
All right.
Oh, I forgot BT doesn't like cheese. I forgot. I can literally live off of cheese.
All right. Well, speaking of living off cheese, you guys ready to
cheese this?
cheese
encounter?
this? Okay, here we go. All right, here we go.
Okay, bye. Love you, chat.
All right, you guys are all over here in front of this thing, ready to do it.
We're gonna die.
Don't forget, we need to be cautious with our steps because Rylar said there's glyphs on the floor.
They're big. I don't think cautious with her steps is gonna cut it.
Like, when you say big, how big are we talking?
Well, they cover the whole hallway.
They covered the whole hallway?
Yeah. Look at his face, it's priceless.
All of you smart people could figure that out.
Are they on the
I'm just
walls
going-
too, Rylar?
No, just on the floor.
Maybe I can examine the glyphs to see if I can figure out what they are. Maybe.
Rylar, how thick would you say this wall is?
Oh, probably maybe about a foot thick.
About a foot thick. And they're only on the floor.
Yeah.
Did they go up the stairs too, Rylar?
Yeah.
I'd imagine if we stepped on it, it would activate.
Or we could do the whole thing where I just, make a fake floor with my wall of stone, and we could just walk up those and just not touch the ground at all.
That last one's a little off, but you get it. You get the idea.
Yeah.
So, what was this idea again?
I could just do wall of stone, and I could just, have it attached to the walls, and we could just walk up the wall of stone rather than touching the floor. It would anchor to the walls rather than the floor.
Roll me an arcane knowledge. You too, since you can actually cast the spell as your character class.
25.
Not arcane, but religion, I guess, or whatever knowledge you think will fit.
25. Arcane.
I mean, I guess I'll stick with religion because it's kind of my thing.
Cool.
Natural 20, so 26.
Yeah. So you both stop and think that the problem is that glyphs of warding, which is what you suspect these are their trigger mechanism could be proximity based instead of touch based.
Yeah. As much as I like your idea.
But if that were true, then how would somebody go, well, no, never mind. They can also be coded, magically created in such a way that they don't go off for the user.
Yep.
I'm familiar with glyphs of warding. They tend to be explosive.
That is true. I've heard some stories.
Yeah. So the question is the trigger just something passing over it or through it, or does it have to be a living? I'd imagine it would only go off if we touch it.
It's possible.
So then Fern's idea would work?
I don't think it would.
Sometimes
Because
glyphs can be set off by just being within close to it.
Space.
But we would also be protected. If it explodes or something, we would be protected by the wall.
Depends on how big the glyph is.
Yes. Are you able to determine the strength of this, of the magic if you're able to see it?
I'm not good at that through the wall. I might, maybe if we
Yeah, if we open
Yes,
the
once
door,
we-
maybe I can take a look as well.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's try to open the door and let's not go, shall we?
You guys are both delighted and maybe a little surprised, but it does work. The command and the herald seem to open the door.
Fern, I was really hoping you'd be wrong about this.
I am casting detect magic, not ritually.
Not ritually? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely see the glyphs of warding. They are uber strong and huge.
Those things are pretty big, and they're really strong. Like, really strong.
Well.
And Rylar, you saw how many?
3 of them. You see them if you look around your corner, right? Well, okay, maybe you don't want to stick your head in there.
Yeah, I don't want to stick my head in there yet.
But you can get off to an angle and see at least 2 of them.
Yeah, there's at least 2. There's one right here as you step in. There's one going up the stairs. I mean, I could try and see if I could dispel magic this, but...
It's a shame you can only take one person magic door.
So your character who's the arcane expert and your character who knows about these are honestly surprised because normally glyphs of warding are only 10 feet in diameter.
Yeah, these look a little pretty big.
These are basically twice that size.
I'm officially out of ideas.
Emillynn,
Yes.
glyphs of warding, they can also be cast on objects, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And if that object moves too far away, doesn't it negate its effect?
Add a character in case you need to know that. Yes, you would know. You would be able to confirm that for him.
Yes.
If you've moved the glyph object more than 10 feet, then it basically fizzles the glyph of warding on the object and it nullifies it, no longer exists on the object anymore.
How tall is the ceiling the same height space than the rest of this chamber?
Except for on the stairs where the stairs escalate upward. Yes.
Fern, how big a space can you affect with your stone shape? Manipulation of stone.
Okay, well, there's 2 of them. So stone shape is only 5 feet. The other one is somewhere over here. A 40-foot cube.
Would you be able to, say, either temporarily raise the level of the floor more than 10 feet?
So that's a different spell you're talking about that I don't currently have prepared.
What spell are you guys talking about? Rylar asks.
Well,
What's
if
she
we can
talking about?
move the glyph.
What spell is she talking about that she doesn't have prepared?
Yeah.
I'm looking for it right now.
Okay.
Because if we can move the glyph far enough away from its origin point, it fails. It does not go off.
But this is a really big glyph. Like, it
But
covers the entire hallway from door entrance to the wall.
Yes. Do you think disrupting a portion of the glyph and moving that portion beyond the range would nullify the entire piece?
Roll me your knowledge checks.
18.
17.
You don't think so.
Perhaps not. It must be the whole thing. while Fern sits there and like her brain trying to figure out the spells. Don't know what that was for, but okay.
Because I felt like it.
That's rude. Yeah. Honestly, I think our best bet would be to
Rylar goes,
Yeah, I would imagine.
I got the question.
Yes, Rylar.
yes.
Oh, the glyph of warding is a magical spell, right?
Yes,
Can we dispel it?
we can.
We could.
There's,
The
we could
problem
al-
is triggers can be very the trigger doesn't necessarily have to be walking through it or touching it. If we were trying to dispel it, that could be the trigger.
The only other way to get rid of this glyph is to say the activation word or the password to make it go away.
I would like to ask, in that same role of deciding or discerning whether or not moving like a portion of the glyph, like breaking the circle, that turning the surface into mud and distorting it wouldn't affect the glyph, because that's would that be under the same context of?
It depends. For example, how can I put this? If you turn the floor to mud, and the mud has somewhere to go, and it goes more than 10 feet, then it would disrupt the glyph of warding.
Okay. Can you not create?
Well, it's a whole entire cube. So it's a 40-foot cube. So 40 foot one way, 40 foot that way, 40 foot all the ways. So I could like cast it on the floor, and all of that stone that's below it turn it to mud and then fall to the bottom.
And then we can use your stone walls to walk across the
While
gap.
they're discussing it, anybody who has any knowledge that would help with like
I would
architecture
only be able-
or dungeoneering,
Oh.
maybe history, or you can make, yeah. Actually, Rylar has he's got proficiency in history. He's not smart.
Yeah, I'm not too smart on that.
27 for my history check.
Wow, okay. Your history check is enough to, not that it's actual historical information, but the idea, like studying history has helped you think about architecture. And you have studied this architecture for a couple of days because you've been staying here for a few days. And you realize that that spot right there is right above the hexagonal part of the level below. Which means that basically this part and this part are free, they're like, above.
Floating.
There's
Yeah.
nothing, there's nothing below them. It's a stone, it's a square here at the higher level, but hexagonal underneath. So at least a portion of it, maybe all of it, would be completely,
Gone.
yeah, and probably here too. But if you did here, then you would have a problem, getting up to the landing. Unless you come up with a different plan for that. But this part would still be in the hexagon. I guess technically speaking, the way I had it drawn before, it was actually, oops.
I still see the line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is your
So it does
so
go
what is your
through it,
stone?
which means that
So
there's a
what's the
wall
40
right
foot?
underneath it. But there's a chance that if you disrupt enough of the space, that the glyph will be disrupted.
Okay. So just reading the first one, you choose an area of stone that fits. Does that mean?
So we're not hearing you. You need to speak at the mic.
I'm just talking to her. So she was talking about her transmute rock. That it would be the entire fort. It's an area of stone or mud that fits within a 40-foot cube, but it does not necessarily mean that it has to be all of it. So I'd imagine you could just let the floor just fall out under the.
Well, yeah, and actually the wall that's the support underneath there would be part of that 40-foot cube if she focuses her mind on the spell slightly downward. So yeah, you could take out that first one with the spell, you think. You'd have to try it, you don't know for sure, but you suspect you can. The stairs might be a little harder because there's a whole lot more stone there to get rid of. But that would get rid of one glyph.
Yes.
The question though is you need to so Rylar said, asked you guys, so is it, what level spell is that spell? What level spell, okay. I mean that.
Level 5.
How many dispel magics do we have?
Oh.
I have one 6th level spell slot left and two 5th levels, so I could try and dispel these.
I still got dispel magic. I haven't used any spells today.
Okay, if we're going to try to dispel it, let's at least take a step back. Hopefully that if that does trigger it, we're away from. At least giving ourselves a better chance of survival.
Yeah. What's the range of dispel magic?
120 feet.
20.
Yeah, plenty of feet.
Yeah, we could stand on the other side of the other side of the room.
So the door's
as long as we
open.
can see it.
So yeah, you guys want to come way over here? Okay, who's gonna do it?
I'll do it. I'll cast it at 6th level.
At 6th level. Okay.
Well, wait. Before we do that, why not try to?
You want me to try it at 3rd level and roll?
No, I'm wondering if it's smarter to try to use spell magic on the glyph that we will have the hardest time getting as a.
Oh, I think this is me helping as a
have the
DM.
hardest time trying to get the.
You're suggesting she tries to dispel this one from here.
Yeah, because if we can just drop the one here in front of us,
she can't see that one from here.
You can't.
Not without sticking my head in the room.
Yeah, not without sticking her head in the room. Not really. I mean.
Well, yeah. I mean, we think about order of operations. We can just
actually,
get rid of.
She could. Oh, you're saying you want to try and get rid of that one first, and then
get rid of the first glyph. Yeah, with transmute rock, if comfortable doing so, and the one that we're gonna have the hardest time attack, we try to dispel that one. Okay. Even though I know we're using heavier resources, we can easily get rid of that. The harder one we should focus on. The spell have least amount of choices.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Does that sound good?
We're cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Fern?
Turn it to mud! From here, because we're already standing here.
And you got plenty of space.
What's the range of that spell?
120 feet!
It has a little bit more of an effect than you think, but it's okay. It ends up crumbling the understructure and causing all this to basically just crumble away.
Where's the door?
It's gone. This whole this wall crumbles with it.
Oh, okay.
And now it's just right there. That's all that's left. Actually would be farther up. So.
Can we still get to the stairs?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, see what I mean? Because she basically took out the foundation here, it caused these walls and stuff in the ceiling a little bit here to crumble, and it's just like a ruin right here now, and right there. And so it crumbled. You hear it fall, and it's so far down it takes a little while before you hear the crash of the stone below. But yeah, you could potentially like athletics check, jump over to here.
Yeah. Okay. Where does the support begin for where we can stand? Like, how far into our room has it decayed?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Cool. So now, essentially, we could stand all the way to our right. Yeah, and now we have a cleaner shot looking up, at least visually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you want me to dispel this one?
Sure.
Okay.
And I can try to dispel the one that's just in front of it.
Okay. What level are you casting it, guys?
I'm casting 6th level.
Okay.
5th. That's all I got.
Let's take a look at yours dispels.
Mine?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Teamwork.
Don't forget to take away the slots.
Yep. Oh no.
So I need you to go ahead and make me your roll then. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level, and so yeah.
So it's just a flat roll
Plus
to
the spells level. Oh,
It's plus your spellcasting modifier for the spell.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcaster ability.
Yeah.
The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
So he's rolling a
So
d20
it's
plus his applicable modifier.
Yeah, when
for
you
the
cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, you automatically end the effects of a spell on the target if the spell is equal to or less than. What you guess is because you're having to roll it, it was obviously a 6th level version of this spell. Some sort of
So
variant.
you need to beat a DC 16.
Yeah, you need to beat a DC 16.
14 so plus your modifier, which would be 3.
So 14 plus 3.
Ah, you got there.
Just barely.
That's barely. All right, so you guys successfully dispelled all the glyphs of warding in the hallway. And now you only have to, I'm not going to bother erasing them now. You'll just
Yeah.
All right. So, Lorkris, you want to
Yeah.
jump over and then help us across?
Sure.
Since you got the better athletics?
Yup. Would you like me to roll?
What is your athletics?
Plus 12.
Yes, if you roll a 1, you'd fail.
That's true. It's an 18.
Okay.
On the
You
die.
successfully get across.
It's a 30.
I'm like,
Lorkris just strides. He's so tall.
Okay.
It's like, jump!
Fern, you're next.
And what I will do is everyone is corner getting ready to jump. I would like to use like the help action with hand out to assist them.
Okay.
Like everybody.
I'm just gonna say that eventually you help each. It's not very far. You help each other get across. Like it's doable.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
without-
Lorkris is just like reaching out. Okay, ready, and like yanking them across as they kind of jump.
Okay. Real quick. So I'm gonna draw it. It doesn't matter. It's not a matter. We're don't worry. This is.
Why don't you just draw it on the other side?
I guess.
Emillynn.
Well, because it's. I guess I could. It's fine.
Because we might be coming back to this room.
You might.
Do you think there's anything up there that we should be concerned of?
So first, I'm going to describe when you're at the top here.
Okay.
Your characters are at the top. It's interesting because you're at the top, and there's a. It's just blank. Except Rylar says there's magic coming from this wall right here.
I'm casting Detect Magic.
Yeah, it seems like another illusionary wall, just like before.
Lorkris, Herald, please.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Recite the.
I'll just say you guys.
Before.
Yeah, you.
Oh, I was just say at least before we do that, like on board, just be ready if anything on the other side.
Well, yeah.
Yep. All right. Herald and open sesame.
There's basically kind of a black corridor on the other side. Just blackness. You can't even penetrate into it. It's like, and it's still magical. And I'm gonna let you roll your arcane knowledge. Or I guess there's no bardic knowledge in 5th ed, is there?
It's it's a magical darkness.
It's not magical darkness. It's dark, but it's magical. It'll make sense here in a second.
33.
Okay. You're pretty sure that this is you've heard legends of powerful wizards who could make stuff like this. Or magical beings, wizards, deities, whatever. What it is it's literally a portal to a pocket dimension.
Guys, this is a portal to a pocket dimension. I didn't think these things actually existed. I've heard tales, but...
Is it like a larger version of our bags?
Yes.
And there's no way to really know where that leads.
No.
Obviously.
So
aside
you
from going
remember
through.
the legends tale that there are several kind of levels of it that are typically created by wizards. High level ones can create, sort of magnificent mansions in them, as it were. But then there are different tiers of them.
Nice.
Some are just like a little fake tent. Some are just a little house.
Ooh.
And some are a whole mansion. You don't know until you find it. Like some are different than this. Is obviously a little bit different than others because typically, it's not like this one. Obviously, is more permanent, whereas the ones that I was talking about are more temporary. But it's obviously a space that's been created to be able to be entered from this spot.
So, we still haven't figured out where that cord brute thing goes to.
Well, it definitely was going under the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And
So, we are at a fork in the road, team. Do we enter the pocket dimension? I know Fern wants to. Lorkris?
Right, it's like, I don't want to go in somebody's pocket. That's gonna be gross. There's gonna be like hair and lint and little pieces of gummy bears.
What's a gummy bear?
Like a candy.
Oh.
I made that up in my head.
It sounds like something would get stuck in my teeth. That's what gummy bears sound like.
Uh-huh.
I would imagine that'd be a bear with no teeth.
That's why they would get stuck in ours.
He's a gummy.
But I'll go if you guys want to. I'm not gonna stay here by myself.
Lorkris, what do you think?
My concern is if we go through that
They what?
if we proceed through, when will we be at our strongest? We have exhausted resources. I hate staying here another day, but if we are to fight the dragon's former master...
Yes, Rylar?
Yes.
Normally I would be agreeing with Lorkris on this one, but we did kind of open the door already.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think if we try and rest, whoever it is probably gonna come out?
I know.
We might as well go.
Yeah. Okay, real quick before we go, does it seem... Can you tell if a void under these stairs?
How would I know?
I don't know. Things.
Hello, floor. Is there a hole underneath you?
What are you asking?
She's talking to the
Is there a
floor.
hole underneath you, floor?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna go through, might as well just go then.
Because you know what?
No, I don't. What?
It's gonna be an awfully big adventure. Going over here to another pocket dimension.
Or it could be certain death.
Let's just hope it's not painful.
Lorkris will just be like, we just and then let's go. And he's ready to go through.
We should go through holding hands, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously.
Okay. All right. So.
Lorkris will be on one edge of it all while still holding his glaive in one hand because he's like, I'm not gonna know
Sure.
that I can't attack with.
Well, I'll say this to you guys. It's
Get ready
it's
to step
definitely
in and
it's too late to get into combat this
Yes.
evening. So I purposely kind of tried to time this to be a cliffhanger for everybody. So I'm going to describe to you guys precisely what you see in 4 phases, okay? So I'm even going to bring up chat. I want you guys to listen very closely to what you hear and what you see, what the characters see as they step through the portal into a pocket space. Basically, as you step through, you find you're standing in a huge lab, roughly the same size as this floor. It's a strange kind of alchemical lab, like a mage's lab with, beakers and strange arcane machines and torture devices and tables and books and shelves all around. And it's, like I said, it's roughly the same size, and it's almost as if it was designed to be a part of this. And on one part of the wall, there's another one of those sarcophagus machines that appears to be attached to the wall in a space under, next to where you guys walk into, which is kind of strange because it doesn't actually, truly match up. But in a way, it sort of does. But of course, the fact that you step through this portal into a pocket dimension is a very shocking new experience for all of you. But the 3 different phases, the 3 different things that you see beyond that blow your mind in ways you've never experienced up till now. First of all, hovering in the center of the room, turning to face you, is a creature that every player of this game has heard of and seen pictures of many times before. But your characters and no one on this planet has ever, well, no one currently on this planet has ever seen before. And
Is it a
Fucking lich.
no. Hovering
Mind
above the
flayer.
ground
Is it
is
a mind
this
flayer?
huge bulbous
beholder?
thing
Shit.
with a central eye stalk and multiple eyes stretching out of it, and it looks ancient and immortal and angry. Okay? So that's the first thing that you see. It's a creature of nightmares, something you've never imagined, something you've never heard of, no legends of this world, it's never been exist before. You obviously as players know what it is, but your characters have no idea what the hell this thing is. Although it does seem maybe slightly reminiscent of maybe something you've seen before. You're not sure. But that's only phase 2 of what occurs as you enter this room. The second thing that occurs to you as you're seeing this, it's almost as if the scales have been lifted from your eyes. As you're looking around, looking at each other to see the reactions on each other's faces, you suddenly notice, hovering right above Emillynn Ray's shoulder, is this little tiny purple version of it.
What the?
It's almost as if it suddenly kind of like it reintegrates into reality and looks just like this giant thing standing before you. And it's just like this little bitty baby version of it hovering above her.
What the fuck?
And finally, the fourth thing that you see.
What?
The fourth thing that you see.
Can I show them the picture?
Yes, show them the picture.
That's Philip.
Okay.
Is wonderful.
And now, the final thing that sends your, even though she's immune to fear and your paladin is super courageous, it's a psychological kind of reaction, a visceral reaction within your bodies, within your souls, within your hearts. The other thing you see as all of this scene comes together, suddenly, Rylar goes, "Oh, that's a heretic." And then suddenly, out of nowhere, he hovers up into the air with purple light coming out of his eyes and his mouth. And this deep voice comes out of his throat that says, "Rogue bioweapon target designation 003EC located. Elimination protocol confirmed."
What?
And that is where we will end the night.
What?
Oh my god. Fuck. Okay. Yeah.
I'll next week. I'll wait and draw it for Aries at the beginning of the show.
Oh my goodness.
In chat.
Holy Christ.
Dagoff, not out loud, but I have been practicing in my head all week, actually.
Oh boy.
Breath, there could be no oxygen.
Oh, so now you guys know what Philip looks like.
Have you known this entire time that he was a little baby?
Oh yeah, I'm the one who came up with it.
So
That's so good.
so fucking
I will say the one thing that I instead of expecting Rylar to be like, "Oh, it's a heretic," I was like, "Oh, look, it's goo," because I think of eye and then tentacles, and I'm like, Oh, that fits so well too.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna say, "Oh, it's goo."
Yeah. Yeah. Holy shit. Wow.
So he called it a heretic in his own personality. But remember what I described that he called it in this other personality that seems to be shining through him. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that Emmelynn's been talking to ever since she's a child.
Yeah.
Is a little baby beholder.
Oh my god.
It's the baby beholders.
That is I will say that's an adorable photo. I love it. I think it's great. Oh man.
So now you know why. Anytime it's like, well, describe what Philip looks like.
Philip. Yeah.
Emillynn has never seen a beholder.
Yeah.
Well, it's more than that too. It's because it's potentially. I mean, I'm not going to ruin anything. Let's just say that there's more to it than that.
Mouse and a Boot. We play every Saturday.
Yes. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. Sometimes we go a little earlier, like tonight we'll be chatting with you guys for a few minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, however long, and then wrap up. Normally we go from 6 to 10 Central Time, but sometimes we go a little long. Sometimes we wrap up a little early, but...
Yeah.
You're welcome, and welcome in. It's great to have you.
Yeah. Okay.
So many big reveals, guys. So many big reveals.
Oh my god.
And still more questions, right?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Friendship.
What's that?
No way! Mouse is in New Zealand? That's amazing. I've taken Starkitty to New Zealand before. And
yeah, we were in Auckland.
Yeah, we were in Auckland. And I traveled there for a month a long time ago too. So.
My Lord of Chaos.
Lord of Chaos! Greetings.
Wow.
Welcome in. I hope you're able to catch all that.
Yes, Lord of Chaos. Did you catch all the epic drops? What happened?
I mean, it was a nice. I feel like it was a pretty decent build-up with her finding out so much history of her people and your people, and then suddenly, I wanted to drop these bombs on you.
Man, I've been wanting to share with you guys what Philip looks like for a long time too. And Stormy's like, just wait, and I'm like, but Philip is just so cute. I need to show him off.
Can we see it again?
Yeah, can we see it again?
Yes, you can show him again.
Please. Oh my god, that's so cute. That's great.
This littlest of babiest of beholders.
I love you too, Aries.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is that was good. That was good. Wow. I don't know, man. I got nothing right now. My brain's just scrambled.
Okay, so recap. So we learned that both Fern's ancestors and Lorkris's ancestors once lived in harmony, and then greed over light over the
what?
magical mountain. A shining ball of light on the top of a magical mountain. They started to become obsessed and war over it together, and then they started, then like shit went crazy, and then the druids were like, hey, listen, we're gonna magically and become shadows.
Don't forget that one part of that was that at some point they were influenced by a dream of a shadow figure.
Dream of a shadow figure, correct. And then
a shadow man, as it were.
Shadow man. He was not in chat.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
And then so we have that Romeo and Juliet friendship now, and then we also got to see Philip.
We also got to see a 15,000 dead alive or recently dead thing.
That was 15,000 years old.
And then we finally have discovered what a heretic. Rylar said some things that don't make sense.
You want me to say it again?
Yeah, can you?
I can.
I did miss part of it. I was like,
rogue
freaking
bioweapon target designation 003C located. Elimination protocol confirmed.
and that's what Rylar. Well,
It came out of his mouth.
Right. Yeah.
His mouth wasn't moving.
Yeah.
Aries is like, just rewatch the VOD.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
I'm
Wouldn't it be
surprised.
Vermina?
What's that? Oh, Jeremy Schaffer, just never played D&D. Wow.
So a heretic isn't a usurper.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what
Something
Benenton means by
about
that statement. but-
Story. These are different things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Him
remember,
being a usurper is different.
right? They've been calling okay. So the
Triumvirate.
the Triumvirate are calling him a usurper / false prophet. The clerics, the shadow elf priests that you fought and defeated, they were the guardians of this temple. Did you want me to go to number 5, or were you just okay?
No, she's just showing love.
Somebody
I can.
gifted my lord. Somebody gifted my lord.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
A
Thank you.
sub.
Thank
That's
you
what
so
that
much
was.
for the gifted sub. So,
Thank you, anonymous gift.
remember they called her Divergent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also before that, even, this cult of the bloody eye had a contract out on her to catch her and kill the rest of you. Whereas the Triumvirate just wanted to kill all of you and wanted proof of his dead body.
Yeah.
And now, Rylar is calling this
Thing.
this eyeball, this floaty eyeball thing,
Yeah.
a heretic.
Got the neuro before Divergent.
Wait, does that mean Philip is a heretic too?
I guess you'll have to find out after.
Touch me.
I guess you'll have
Next
to
time
find out.
on Isles in the Mist. Will
Episode
our
57.
heroes survive?
No, listen.
Will they survive? Will they
hear you.
fight each other? What will happen?
Oh no.
Is this a reverse isekai? I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
But I mean, for real though, imagine that be the rug pull and roll credits. You're like, wait a minute, I've been playing a video game this whole time. Dang it, Stormy!
Oh, sorry. I'm not going to do anything that cheesy.
It's like all of that just happens, and Emillynn is still like, I'm still the only one that can see and hear Philip. Don't even know that you guys can see him yet.
Oh, you see the recognition on in their eyes. You see the reaction on their eyes. The whole moment is because you all look at each other after you look at the beholder before you. Again, you don't know the name of it, but you see this eyeball thing before you, this terrifying monster of your nightmares, and you look at each other, and then you see them go. Looking right at Philip, and then and then of course Rylar's reaction instantly, and yeah, that's where we're at for tonight. Thank you, Spiper.
Wow.
We appreciate you. I'm sorry you had to go away for a little while, but make sure you catch it on the VOD, or better yet, the YouTube when I have it up next Wednesday. I just want to thank you all. It's been awesome tonight. I've been holding on to this for you have no idea how long. And it's not all the surprises yet to come. Obviously, there's still more layers of the onion to unpeel.
Guys, don't forget to follow TCat and DGamer Aries
Sorry.
Thank you to our mods. Thank you.
I love you,
Daddy
Aries. I'm
thing
sorry,
off.
buddy.
Uber cliffhanger. Uber cliffhanger.
Call me a stink.
Yeah. No, I'm inclined to agree with, like, I
Ever-
love the cliffhanger. Don't get me wrong. I love the cliffhanger, but
Guys-
I'm also just get obsessed over it.
So don't forget, guys, in about 30-ish, 40-ish minutes or so,
What? Druid, you're
Or
cutting
do-
out.
Yeah.
So I'll
In about
repeat what
30
she was saying, even though we didn't hear it. Insomnia Night is going to be streaming at about 10 to 10:10, I believe, Central Time. Basically 30 to 40 minutes from now. So
Gotcha.
definitely go check out his chaotic, crazy, hilarious, amazing. Right? Aren't you? Why you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. We were shouting you out for sure.
Yeah.
Like if he is streaming tonight, and I know he has different nights, but oh yeah, absolutely. Insomnia Nights, his show is a different, amazing. His is way more interactive, and so you definitely want to check it out. And it's a great experience.
it is so much fun.
Yeah, it's a lot
It
of
was
fun.
so much fun.
And-
I watched Insomnia Night hit a train, which was pretty fun.
Hit what?
It's crazy.
He had a love train.
Oh, a hype train.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that too. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and chat, don't forget to drop your theories in Discord under Don't
Oh,
Give the DM
yeah.
ideas.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
everybody on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, please comment on the
Yeah,
videos on YouTube.
comment down below on what you think is going to happen after all these reveals.
Oh, yes, it was tasty.
Ugh.
Yes. Okay.
So now
I watched
everybody
the clip.
knows what Philip looks like. I am so happy.
So happy. Can you post a picture of Philip
Oh,
In
and
Discord? Yeah, absolutely. That's a
Somewhere.
great idea.
Yeah.
somewhere?
Rylar versus Miss Ray, yeah.
Thank you for saying it was an amazing show, Insomnia Night. I really appreciate you. It
American
means a
Idiot.
lot to me that you guys enjoyed it, that everybody enjoyed it. Not just my
Yeah,
players,
what
of course. That's the most important thing to me. But you guys, our audience, is super important too. And I mean, that's why we stream it for you guys. So I'm glad you all enjoyed it. And what?
I will have to say, I know we say it often, on how much we enjoy the episode. But today, that ending, I'm gonna say, is like, clearly our reactions weren't enough, were just very obvious, and with chat, like, holy shit, what a bomb,
Yeah.
just phenomenal.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Thank you for the compliment to Insomnia Night. Yes, Stormy does tell phenomenal story. It helps us be
Movie
able to
level
role
thing.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am fortunate that I found these folks in my sphere of the universe, that our particles became entangled across the cosmos, because my God, they're amazing. I just have, I'm biased, and I'm gonna say it, but I have the best RPG team there is, without a doubt. So, and they make it easy. They make it easy to make these great stories and bring everything together and make it fun for you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you. Did you just use? You know what?
And to make
It's on
myself
par. Par for the course. Par for the course, love.
yeah,
Ready?
I dropped it in our group chat. A picture of Philip for you guys.
Yep. Alrighty.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna go now so I can go cry in private. So,
Okay.
guys.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight. I know we're wrapping up a little early. We love you. We appreciate you. We're gonna see you next week. Don't forget to check out our other streams. Fate's gonna be streaming tomorrow night, right?
Yep. We're gonna be struggling in Sekiro. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
this is good luck. It's gonna be fun.
Bandwidth and Banter next Friday.
Yes.
We're interviewing Mia Mayo 10, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
or Mia Mayo. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. And then that night is going to be a little bit different. It won't be a Celeste night because next week is Diablo 4 night. Next weekend is the Diablo
Yes.
4 third beta. So we're going to be doing a lot of that on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yep,
Gotcha.
Friday I'll be streaming the Diablo 4. Saturday before D playing.
Yep.
Sunday.
And then
Fate will be
Sunday. Well, yeah. So that Sunday, we're gonna do a mad dash, like I did the last beta. I had a lot of fun with that, and
Wow, we lost a whole sentence. That
It's
was
like,
crazy.
did you mute yourself?
Yeah, it was literally
No.
like you were muted.
Meow.
yeah.
Meow.
For next Sunday's Fate stream, it'll be a mad dash to the finish. You're gonna try to hit that world boss, and get to level in a day. So, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Everybody's welcome to join.
Yeah.
I set up a thing board. I can set up something in your Discord too, Stormy, for sign up if they want to participate.
Yeah.
So
Heck yeah, please do. We'll do that. All right. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good
We'll
night.
see you later.
love you guys. Goodbye. Goodbye.